Oh, yeah. Just a little past 10 in the morning. Get your balloon on. Yabba dabba doo, yabba dabba doo. Let's yabba dabba do it. Ow, ow. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. We are just over 1 week away from the crocheting. Alyssa, it's good to see you. How the heck are you? Good day, my dear. Ba-dow. Ba-doo-doo-doo-doo. Warlith! Major victory today. Do tell. Please share your victory so that we might be vicariously jubilant. You found the best pun. I see, but you're setting yourself up. You've made like a big claim here, Mr. Warlith. Busy with nursing school, Alyssa? What? Amazing. Worth it. It's going to be a lot of hard work, long hours. Amazing. I'm so proud of you. Congratulations. Okay, so Warlith says plateau. Are you listening? The highest form of flattery. It's the best. Mr. Sharp is hung up on the best. K-pop fan mom, let's do it. Let's get started with a nice hydration. Platitudes. The highest form of flattery, platitudes. It's like platitudes, but plateau-tudes, dude. You see what Mesa? Sorry, I was trying to make a Mesa joke and it didn't work. Mesa, people gonna die? Wait, what? No, it's fine. What? That got worse and worse. This is why Warlith comes to the stream, right? Hello, sassy girlies, silent elegance. Oh, my dear. I would say that you are my favorite face to see as well, but username? Cheers. Thank you, K-pop, for the water to create mayhem. Sure. Perhaps it was the best pun to incite this discussion. Bunnyco! Hi. Good to see you. Bunnyco, have you ever had a bunny as a pet? A pet bunny? Close enough. Pretty close, Silent. As close as we represent ourselves in this internet space, it does bring a smile to my face to see you there. So I say it counts. I'm going to drink this water instead of just holding it. Although it does feel nice. It's nice and warm. You have not had a bunny? You are a dog person. Fair. I just met up with a friend last night who has a bunny, a pet bunny. And what's the kind of bunny? I want to say it's called like a Flemish giant, but that might not be its official name. It's a huge bunny. You have pets at a bunny? A bun? I heard from my friend because she's out of town. She's visiting Anaheim for a conference. She does have a bun sitter watching the bun. And I found out her bun sitter streams on Twitch. I think not the actual sitting of buns, but rather gaming. But I gotta find her channel so we can see if we can raid in sometime. Bunnies have a special poop that they have to eat. What? Look, if they must do it, who am I to tell a bun? Flemish giants are the big buns. Yes. And my friend likes big buns. She must tell the truth. Let's drink this. Yeah. That's better. Yes. Drink water. You drink water too. You just watch me drink water. Just watch me do the responsible thing. You do it too. Richie! Yeah, we're talking about bunnies and coprophilia. What the heck? What the heck? Hello. Good morning. It's good to see you. It's not a morning for you, but you know. Not all their poops. Just one special kind. It's kind of like the specific like Pac-Man dot. The one that like makes all the ghosties go brr, 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 brr. Apparently bunnies have to eat a kind of their poop. Their own poop. One type of poop. One type of their poop. Like what that tells me is it's probably like it has to run twice through their digestion or something like that, or I don't know. I'm not a bunny person. We just started talking. This is what we talk about at 10 in the morning. Before I've had my coffee. Sorry, didn't mean to rub it in, McDougal, who is cutting out caffeine. Oh, a civet situation. You're not. Let me turn on your microphone so we can hear your thoughts, Mr. Sharp. Mr. Sharp is here, friends.
Hey.
Good morning.
Hello. Good day.
It's 1 p.m. in Bunnyco's neck of the woods. That's true. Mr. Sharp is a bit. It's funny, Mr. Sharp. You're a little bit of Lurch meets Thing. How do you feel about that?
Well, it's not a thing any young boy grows up
Aspiring.
longing to hear. However, to be quite frank, Einstein about it, Lurch
Boo! Did you say to be quite frank, Einstein about it?
I didn't know I was going to make that joke when I
That's
started
the
the
only
sentence.
reason it's acceptable. It's the only reason we're going to let that
Mid-sentence.
slide.
Mid-sentence, it occurred to me, and there was not time to...
There's no time to turn this car around. Oh my gosh! Yeah.
I have...
We're initiate pun mode. Oh, friend, you opened. You fired the opening shot.
Exactly.
We blame you.
Yeah, how dare you?
We blame you.
And then to like make
it's the
fun of
highest
people.
form of flattery, Werlith.
Oh.
Okay, anyway.
I've been called Lurch before.
Lurch is it's
It
a
has
thing
been-
it's a thing
it has
you've
been
heard.
said
Yes.
at other times.
Was it hurtful when it was said?
No, it's like a thing.
Here's the thing. You're very tall.
It's like I get it.
You have a strong brow ridge.
I've been accused of looming. I've been told that I'm a loomer and not in a like constructive, hey,
Not
you're
in
making
like a
textiles for the
You
people
weave
kind of way.
things.
No, more in a like, I find your presence behind me disconcerting.
Okay,
kind of way.
loomer. Do people say that to you a lot? They will now. Shoot, I thought I could put this thing onto this. So I have two tripods for my phone, my secondary camera. One is this like goosenecky one, which is great for, changing the angle, but it's just a little wobbly because it is, when you have the weight of a camera on it, it's never exactly right, and it's easy to...
Bit of a loose goose.
Yeah, it's a little less stable, like me. And then we have this tripod, which is much more stable, a much more stable
Oh, wow,
tripod.
look at that guy. So
But
stupid.
then the camera must stay directly upright. You can't like tilt it down or up or any of that. So I thought this is a great little camera mount, phone camera mount. You can tilt this way and twist side to side once this is loose, that way. Very flexible. And then I'm like, well, I'll just unscrew this one from the top of the stable tripod and put it onto my gooseneck. Oh, wait. Yes, I can. No, this is what it came from. Right. Okay. This one came from it.
Okay.
Female screw end, male screw end. But then we got this tripod, and it's male screw end on the tripod, female on the camera mount. So I need like an adapter. Because they look to be approximately the same size screw. I might even not even be the same.
Thing we might have, but
right?
I just don't know exactly.
We have so much stuff.
But Nico, exactly. It wouldn't be in the drawer of cables. It would be in the drawer of tripod and mounting apparatus,
which we do have an awful lot of.
That's a drawer, more of like I think there's a couple boxes of those.
Yeah. There was another. Hang on.
So there's
might have something yet
one
because there's this one. Oh, shoot, which actually broke recently. This is another. It's a monopod, but it has a tripod base. Yeah.
Thanks, Benico.
But this broke. So this used to hold this little panel light, but like the thing in there isn't thingin'.
Thing isn't thingin'.
Thing ain't thingin'. I tell you, I got a lot of stuff, and some of it is even functional.
Well, if you had functional stuff to start with, you wouldn't have probably bought the more stuff.
Well.
Wow.
Why don't you hold? Can you hold the mic a little closer? Like the
talk.
Well, see, because that's the problem is when you're really close, it's like blastingly loud. But when you're the normal distance you hold it, it's too quiet. So I don't want to bump you up too much because I know you go in sometimes. So if we maybe, it's tricky. The mic is tricky. Mic balance is tricky. What I'd love to do is get you in cans so you can hear.
Sure, a monitor situation.
Yeah,
would be good.
That would be good because our live monitor is tricky to hear. You can try these.
We don't have to do it right.
No, I know we don't have to. But we're here right now. We're living in the moment. How you doing, everybody? Here you go. See if this will reach. If they won't, it's no problem. The microphone part is not plugged in. It's just audio. You might need to untangle that a bit. 4 tripods? Yeah, I have a lot of tripods. I have one that's mounting this light over here. I have a C-stand, which is like a mega super professional industry tripod, which I love. That holds my big light. I've got... Yeah, I'll turn the music down. How you doing there? Audible? Can you... Oh, well, yes. It is between songs right now. Oh, no, your favorite one broke and they don't sell it anymore. What? Boo. Oh, no, Whirlit. The hurtful thing is going to be when people are like, who's Lurch? See, but Wednesday is like a big deal now.
Yeah, we're not in danger of that.
We're not. I think we'll still be...
The Addams Family keeps getting recycled over and over.
Yeah. Can you see? Because when I have the music this low, people usually tell me they can't hear the music at all. But maybe that's inaccurate. I did also mess with the.
If this is an accurate monitor situation,
it's so hard to tell, right? I know. Yeah, Bunny Coat says she can't. Yeah, I don't know if it's an accurate monitor situation.
Yeah, if this is a monitor, then the music is very loud. If this is not a monitor, then I don't know.
Yeah, I wonder if the headphone output has... Oh, interesting. Let's try this. Try this. Now, Listen to yourself talk.
Check. This sounds fine.
But and was it louder than it was before?
I without having the two directly to compare, it's hard to say.
Okay. We're working it out. That's a good volume for Mr. Sharp. Good. I like a good volume for Mr. Sharp. For sure, Z's. How am I, Bunnyco? Am I cool? Am I too peaky? Because
your mic sounds a little peaky.
Yeah,
and so I'd kind of like it all to come down if possible.
Yeah.
And I know that means that people
what I'd like
sometimes
is
have a hard time.
The master volume to go up.
Right.
But like be able to drop my mic sensitivity.
Yeah.
Because I feel like my mic is super sensitive. But then I like listen to recordings and I'm like, ooh, I'm peaking all the time. No, it's all good, Bunnyco. It's definitely something I would like to suss eventually. And I'll certainly not spend an hour on this right now. Punk Fiend, good morning to you. Good to see ya. It's okay. Yeah, I don't think it is. Well, it was worth a shot, huh? Friends, one more reminder as folks are trickling into the room. Original plan was that tomorrow, Thursday, we're going to do a guest spot on 9.5 Butts. That has changed as things are wont to do around here. So, this is what's up. We've got next Thursday the 29th, will be our day of guesting. So do make sure you've got that on your mental calendar. May 29th, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. SharpBalloons guest starring on 9.5 stream. Learning to crochet. Returning the favor, as I did give 9.5 some hints, some tips and tricks on making balloon art.
K-pop can hear the music. It's a soft background, and it's through the permanent white noise.
Permanent white noise hiss? Is there a permanent white noise hiss? Is my question, K-pop. Is it? Oh,
hiss in your ears. Okay, you have a.
So okay, good to know. I'm just trying to, clarify. I think what I need to do is just find a person who is an audio specialist, audio engineer, who can physically come to my studio and do all the levels for us. But we'll figure it out. As long as you can understand us for today.
Los Angeles-based streamer that works in audio engineering.
I mean, I'm sure Matt knows someone, I'm sure Arnie knows someone. Got it. I'm sure it's doable. All right, friends. Good. Oh, Punk Fiend, thanks. So, today, first let's check in with Freckles. How's Freckles doing this morning?
His tongue just gets longer and longer.
I mean, and of course, what's really happening is the tongue is staying the same size. The body is shrinking around it. But that's what happens to Chinese crested in the real world. So the eyes, I'm just loving how the eyes are aging. It's like maybe my favorite part. The ears are pretty great too. Chaos Child Poetic! We should stretch.
He needs help. Oh, I don't think there's any help for this guy.
No.
I think there's one kind of help.
There's one specific kind of help.
Yeah.
And we won't probably be giving that dog that kind of help. We are
no.
We're just trying to document the decline.
We just want him to enjoy his last days.
Yes. He's comfortable.
Yes.
I want you to know
Happy.
that. Comfortable. Sharp as a tack. Yeah? Nothing gets by that. By Freckles. Nothing gets by Freckles. Okay, let's see here how this guy's doing. Anyway, I was thinking we could do something a little different today, friends. How are we doing? Yesterday we did some speed balloons. We had folks suggest ideas of what we could make. We did a vote. We made 3 things. First off, we made Perry the platypus. There we go. Look at that. Very Perry. Very Perry the platypus. Looks like he's doing a little a pole routine. This is just the base that he's on, so I can sit
Just
him on the
aerobic.
table. Just aerobic.
For exercise, to make him feel good about him.
Exactly. We've got Bowser.
Well, now that's all we're seeing on all of them.
Yes,
all
that's
right.
true. Look, Bowser is I like this. His nose kind of got a weird little wrinkle in it, but that's fine. It's fine. Who amongst us does not have a weird little wrinkle on our face? And our final speed balloon for the day was Judy Hopps from Zootopia. Zootopia.
From
Zootopia. Exactly. The sequel. I guess the trailer just dropped for the sequel. I have not seen it yet.
Zootopia 2, aka Tootopia.
Zootopia?
Tootopia 2 Furious.
I mean, it is kind of furry.
furious?
Yeah, too
Okay.
furry. No, it's fine.
Why?
fine.
For whom? To what ends?
I'm glad
Hey,
you like
it's amazing.
it. Freckles is an old
Oh.
pupper. It's true, K-pop. That is, as we
Yeah.
discovered, the real, all of those, like, world's ugliest dog competitions, all of those dogs are just old.
Just old dogs.
Pictures of those dogs when they were puppies or,
Oh my gosh, they're so handsome.
very handsome dogs, I'm sure. It's just, sometimes the age hits just right. You lose all your teeth and your tongue flops out of your mouth. And what can you do? What can you do?
used to be able to keep it in my mouth, but
Hey, Nathan, and everybody scream hello. Bunnyco, old dogs are kind of the best. Because they're just happy to be with you. That's the vibe I get from a lot of old dogs. Is like, I'm just happy you're paying attention to me.
They are
You're
chill,
just sitting with me.
though they also have the worst farts.
They do have the worst farts.
Good point.
I find that
Good
endearing.
point.
I think it's cute. True. Alyssa confirming, and she's in nursing school, so I'm pretty sure they cover that on like day 3.
Yeah, that's like a whole unit.
Mm-hmm.
Why old dogs farts more gross?
Why so gross though? So our idea today, because we did a lot of that, and I was like, okay, I like it. But I've made Bowser's before. This is not the first Perry, Bowser, nor Judy Hopps that I've made in my life. I have made all of those balloons before. It's a fun challenge. We did like a Hot Ones challenge. We did involve a non-balloon. And what was the Judy Hopps challenge? Scrap bag.
Scrap bag.
That's it.
But you did such a good job, we can't even tell, babe.
Thank you. Well, I have such a complete scrap bag is the situation.
Sure.
Sylphine! Hello. Pardon me. Bunnyco has been gassed out of rooms while dog sitting. Look, you haven't built up that tolerance if you're just dog sitting, right? I love it. Oh, make a balloon Sharpie. I have made a balloon Sharpie before, actually. I just did a fun challenge. I hope I'll be able to share it with you guys soon. A friend of mine, a balloon artist friend of mine, is working on a project, basically taking balloon artists and giving them challenges, like a competition thing. And that was very fun. I will show you guys. Maybe something for the brand. You mean like to court a little bit of a sponsorship? We'll see. However, I would like to do something that we do, Mr. Sharp and I do in our live show. We do have a live show that we perform, usually for kid audiences, obviously.
Perhaps at your Flappers Comedy Club on a 2-milk minimum.
2-milk
Perhaps
minimum.
just in the backyard of a kid's house.
I prefer the indoor shows
Sure.
to outdoor shows for sure.
But
Hey, happy.
we got a speaker.
Exactly. Happy Wednesday, MS Gamer. Good to see you. So what I was thinking. Oh, and then a sharp stretch. I need a sharp stretch.
Yeah.
Let's do that while I'm talking about this. I would like to make a balloon that has never been made before. Okay? So, like, just because, I get it. Some people be like, I'd never seen a balloon Bowser made before. I'm not saying that that you've never seen before.
This isn't for you. This is for Shayna.
For me.
For her artistic impetus, artistic drive.
Stream my stream. So, will there be balloon art at Duda's birthday? Ooh, no promises. As a parent of a young child, it's sometimes tricky to manage the whole, like, hey, there's we need childcare on a certain day. Oh yeah, MS Gamer, you saw a Bowser balloon
yesterday here.
Yeah,
that's
true. Also, we've done it before. A different type of Bowser mask that's on our slideshow. I know it is Wednesday, my dudes. Yeah, let's go. So, no, who could ever forget Mr. Sharp? But so we're thinking.
It was lovely. Thank you.
About doing a thing we do in the live show, which is whiteboard magic. Basically, I am going to, you and I together, all of us, will brainstorm elements of a balloon, at which point I will assert my authoritarian power and by executive order decide which balloon we are making. That pulls elements from many different suggestions, a sort of a mashup, a sort of a let's create a character, let's create a scene, an idea, and then we'll make a balloon based on that.
I think what we're trying to do is inspire Shayna's muse. Indeed. Just we'll give you some prompts for suggestions. You guys will give us you'll fill in those blanks. Shayna will write it all down on the whiteboard. I'll read them out, and I won't say who's making which suggestion.
Because I'm not trying to be. Look, I absolutely have favorites in chat. What? No, that's not true. No, not true.
It's not. Oh.
But here's the thing: I don't want to like. I don't want that to inform the selections I make. It's entirely possible that we'll take like 3 suggestions
from the same
person.
Who knows?
Maybe they're on fire. Good for them. But that is the balloon improv. JT, that is my real gift, or my real. I don't know if it's a gift. It's like it's the thing that I've
it's
invested
the way that
all of
your
my
brain works that other people's brains don't.
Yes, what's make my brain different. It's what makes my brain different.
I was talking to a couple of the other moms of our son's friends while we were hanging out after school.
Talking to the moms.
Well, our son goes into the car, parties with the other kids, and the parents are kicked out into the heat. And we were talking about your stuff, and I think it was Maddie knew that you were making a balloon dress, and so she asked if she could see it, and so
cool.
Showed him a little bit of it, and we were just talking about it, and the way that I was trying to describe it was, it's your mind is able to see and understand the way that this medium works in a way that other people just are not. And not saying that there's some massive like switch that was flipped with you. A lot of it is like training and learning to see it, but also a lot of it probably is a mind that is, for whatever reason, like we don't understand neurology.
The secret is probably ADHD,
or how it constructs objects in space. Like how you mentally reconstruct objects in space in your mind somehow makes it easier, more accessible for you to picture. Because it's not just how the shapes go together. You're talking about having a library of shapes, and that's part of it.
But it's also visualization.
And understanding tensile strength, you know, and like feeling. There's like a feeling
You know
element.
when the balloon is soft enough to shape, when it's about to burst.
And I don't know that. Like I can twist a dog, and I understand the step to that.
Mhm.
But also, I know that when you are thinking about a thing, that your mind is working in a way that my mind does not. And I can't really conceive of that because it's not a way my mind has ever worked.
It's a language. It's a language you haven't learned yet.
Yeah. Or even beyond a language, it's a function,
Fluency?
a fluency, a functionality, you know, a skill. I don't know.
Because I didn't come into balloons knowing automatically all of these things.
Right, of
For sure.
course.
It's not like, oh, I was an amazing sculptor of 3D things and then I just came to balloons and it was
it's
like,
not
well,
like you picked up balloons and you're like, well, this just makes sense to me. It's the Vitruvian Man.
as Leonardo, the Ninja Turtle, and the circle is a mushroom pizza. Whirlith! That was like the first request where I was like, oh, this could get weird. This could get fun.
You just got better over time. But you know, I think when you see that people that are really good at something,
Mm-hmm.
it's a combination of having a mind that is naturally geared toward this activity that is then trained and honed and, you know,
It's that eternal question.
nature versus
Talent,
nurture.
yeah, talent versus practice, nature versus nurture. And the answer is yes.
Yeah.
It's
Exactly.
both. It's a little bit of both. It would be foolish to say I had zero natural talent coming into this. But also, you know, I mean, at which point did I go from being like a kid who could draw at the top half of the class
Right.
to like the one who just loved it so much,
That you
spent
kept
all her free
doing it.
time doing it, but then did it appeal to me so much because I had a natural
Exactly.
inclination? It's so hard.
Exactly.
We will never know the answer to that, but we can revel in the results. Variant, yes, I am a highly trained balloonetologist. I've been through 10 years of balloon analysis with the great balloon analyst, Jacques Lepup. 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 The Lepup technique. I mean, look, yes, Nurse is good at everything. We can all agree. Good at
I've
everything.
seen her slam dunk a basketball.
I mean, have you seen her tap
360
dance
spin.
routine? I couldn't, my eyes. I was like, where are the feet going?
You know, I've watched Olympic archery on TV before, but when you see it in front of you,
Right.
it's almost terrifying.
When she goes into her recitation of the old Chinese operas, we're talking from like the Qin dynasty,
Sure.
I'm like, whoa.
Absolutely.
It's like I'm transported. She's amazing at everything.
Her bone jewelry is, you know, like the little cities carved
Breathtaking.
inside of like an elk's jawbone.
Breathtaking.
Strange and mesmerizing.
No, she truly. Look, I think some people. I think, you know, one skill that will make every skill look better is the skill of communication,
Sure.
and Nurse has that in spades. So anything that you do, if you're willing to go along and explain it and communicate it to people, it's going to be much more apparent how gifted you are. But we all have gifts. What are we talking about right now? I got distracted. That's who I am.
Well, I mean,
Welcome to the
we
show.
were kind of given time for the room to fill up, and
Yeah,
so
yeah,
if we're
yeah.
just goofing around, just talking.
We got some folks. Yes, the École Normale Polytechnique. Polytechnique. Oh my gosh, get out of here. I'm going to have to tell my French balloon artist friends about this variant.
So,
I wonder.
Our son, when we play sports, obviously has to create his own team,
Yes.
location, usually iconography,
Yeah,
sometimes
he'll
slogans.
describe the logo of the team to me.
Oftentimes, our the play of the game descends into scene painting.
Which is great.
So the other day, he was the was it the South Dakota Granite? Yeah, or South Dakota Quartz.
Okay.
South Dakota Quartz,
Mhm.
and which, you know, cool team
Cool
name
team
actually.
name.
Like I could reasonably see a team from South Dakota being the Quartz.
Quartz. Let's go, Quartz.
And he said, and our slogan is boom. I'm like, what? It's like boom. You know, like an explosion, like boom, like South Dakota Quartz, boom, baby. He's like, no. Boom. It's like you say it like this. Boom. It's like
You're saying the slogan wrong.
It's very.
There's no exclamation point.
Very French. All lowercase. Boom.
Boom. I
Le,
do.
le quartz.
Le bayoyoing.
Boom.
Le quartz. It goes boom.
Boom.
Boom. Oh my gosh. No, what was the name of the player that he came up with? Did you write that one down?
Strutter Hall.
Strutter Hall.
Oh God, that's so good.
And then this is another thing he does. Well, like, you know, I'll be pitching, you know, it's not a real baseball, underhanded, slow pitch softball, and he's taking swings, and then whenever he gets a third strike, he'll say it's the next batter, and he'll come up with the name of the batter. But the other day he came up with Rachel. Oh shoot.
It's like Hall. It's like
a
Hollis
single
or something.
Oh, Hollow. Rachel Hollow.
Rachel Hollow.
And I was like, "Oh, really?" And he's like, "She's a woman." But I love that he doesn't mind, you know, role playing.
Most of his
lady
teams
batters.
will have one lady ball player.
He did specify a non-binary player the other day.
Really?
They're non-binary. I have such hope for the future. And also such fear. Such crippling fear. Okay, let's get started on the balloon animals.
Sometime ago, you remember watching something on the History Channel. There's this guy with a Spanish accent. Him saying the Pope sounded more like the poop.
Zip-up.
El poop.
Zip-up.
Yeah.
But that's more French, but I can't do Spanish accent. Why can't I? Because my brain goes into French every time. Le pop. The pop.
No, this is so French.
I know variant.
Not French.
With the other day, and I actually haven't told Oakenby this, but Oakenby came down to visit, spent the day recently, and you know, for those who don't know, Oakenby is trans woman, our son's aunt, and
IRL sister.
Yeah, and transitioned during the pandemic.
Right.
So our son has been aware this whole time, and it's been really wonderful how to witness how just like matter of fact it is,
and what a non-issue it's been.
Non-issue.
There have been times where, you know, he'll see an androgynous person in the world and ask, you know, is that a boy or a girl? You know, you talk and you say, you know, I don't know. They may identify one way or the other, and I guess we'd have to ask them. And you know, we've we sat on a train with a probably non-binary person, not picky about their pronouns, and it's just part of his life and understanding, and he has a concept of gender, but it's never been like this is this, and you know, boys are like this and girls are like this, you know, and he's in school when people have told him that he's disagreed with them about boy colors and girl colors.
Our strong domino. Yeah, he does not think of he gets angry when people say boy colors and girl colors.
Yeah.
But I was asking
him, not his
him
favorite anymore, but like that was his favorite for a long time.
I was asking him, you know, because I wasn't there. I said, "Oh, you know, what do you think of Aunt Oakenby? What do you think of her?" And he thought for a second and he said, "She's the cool one." Which, like, fair.
You say you
in this family? Yes. Oakenby is the cool one.
Not the highest bar to clear, but anyhow.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah. I mean, that's a bit of a faint praise by the comparison. But yes, adorable.
And you haven't told Oakenby that?
I don't think I have. I never.
She will be, I think, very delighted by that.
I think so. Well, I mean, she'll probably take it like very cool.
I mean, she'll laugh
cool
at it.
One.
You know, I hope inside a little bit she's like a bit delighted.
I hope so.
You know,
too.
but mostly it'll be like,
but you know,
at the irony of
the real cool people can't show that. They gotta be like, yeah,
exactly.
That's what I was going for.
Like you know, like a garnet.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. All right, though. But let's make a balloon that's never been made before. So, Mr. Sharp.
Love.
You are on
all right.
Suggestion
I see the whiteboard and I know what to do.
Yes.
So, folks, this is
I'm
we're
gonna try
do,
not look at the screen. I don't want to see who's saying what.
Yeah, we're just gonna do a little popcorn style brainstorming. I'm gonna throw out some prompts, and you just throw out whatever comes to mind. We're not saying we're gonna make a balloon out of any of this. We're just gonna populate the field for a bit.
Brainstorm. That's
So
what it
first,
is.
Who are some like characters? Either real life or fictional, or animals, or like figures.
We're looking for like living nouns, I guess.
Yeah, living. What's could be
a word for it?
Could be an IP. Could just be like
more general type of animal.
Yeah.
Could be exactly. Could be like.
So let's see. We got an Elgato Stream Deck.
I have one of those.
Shamu. A snow leopard.
Snow leopard.
Okay, Buffet Mom, as a fellow cool aunt, hearing that definitely gets you in the feels.
Yeah.
But you can't show it.
The cool one.
George Sand.
George Sand.
A cool mom. Bigfoot / swamp ape.
Swamp ape, huh? See, by the way, everyone is like, "Oh, your handwriting's so beautiful." This is what my handwriting is really like. A little faster, a little more.
You cannot. This is the least self-aware.
Shush.
Do you know what my handwriting would look like if I was just...
Yeah, no, I do.
And yours is perfectly legible, and it's fun. It's like a fun handwriting.
Fun? I guess. I don't know. I don't really like. I don't like my casual handwriting.
I am perfect at handwriting analysis. Yours says you are a whimsical, likable character. Mine says that I am a troubled sort who's got a little too much going on.
Bit of a lurch, bit of a thing.
Buster Keaton.
Ooh, do love some Buster Keaton. Looking like Tron.
Ashoka Tano.
Oh yeah. From the star, from the war between the stars.
This is the HS. How do they pronounce that?
Is it? I thought it was Ahsoka, but I could be wrong. Asuka.
Yoji Yamamoto.
Tano. What's this? Yoji Yamamoto.
The Infinity Gauntlet. I'm just saying that because I'm the husband. No, look at her handwriting. That's fun handwriting.
Yeah, I don't know. I look. I'm not gonna push back anymore because it's not worth it. But I like my handwriting when I write the names on the raid saber. A little more scribbly when I'm writing.
Yeah, of course it's more scribbly. But your scribbly is to be wished for.
You're
by
sweet.
One of us.
You're sure. Your handwriting is awful. We all agree, Mr. Sharp. We all agree.
Let's see. We have Excalibur, and did you get the Infinity Gauntlet?
I got the Infinity Gauntlet. So this is we're already into like accessories.
Yeah, exactly.
Really here. Excalibur.
Do you want more characters?
I mean, look. I think we've got about a quarter of maybe even a third of the thing filled. So let's
what about some like hobbies or activities?
Yeah, because
like,
balloons that I really love, I'll say, some of the balloons I really love are the ones where there's like a story happening. And like a simple story, I'm trying to think of ones.
One of the examples that we use a lot is Golden Girls bobsled team. And
so good. That was such a classic.
It's a classic because Golden Girls, well-known and beloved characters, put into a context that is very understandable, but very
unexpected for the characters.
Because here's the thing: if there was an accident, they would all shatter into 1,000 pieces. It's very unexpected to see septuagenarians hurtling down mountains.
First of all, they were all probably in their late 50s, but whatever. Yes, no, you're right. Okay, so more.
I'd say sextagenarians, but that was Blanche. Anyhow.
Oh my gosh, Mr. Sharp. Mr. Sharp.
Mr. Sharp.
Mr. SharpBalloons.
I agree with you on that one.
Okay, any more stuff we got here?
Okay, so Roger Rabbit.
Ah, yes. Roger
Alexander, the not so great. And then those were the last characters, and then folks moved on into the sort of activities, spelunking.
Ooh, okay. Spelunking, that's such a fun word. Cave exploration.
Itchy knitting.
Itchy knitting. Is that different than normal knitting? Itchy knitting?
Bluey. We got a Bluey.
Oh, well, yeah, gotta have a Bluey.
But so yeah, the bobsled, what it provides is both like a visual context, you know, like, oh, they're in this thing and they're wearing helmets, and also like it's not a huge story, but there's action, you know, it's in the middle of like a thing.
It doesn't need to be like a story with a beginning, middle, and an end. It just needs to be like we once did I'm trying to think of ones that we've done that have been that have captured this image.
Right, exactly.
You know, I mean, like I'm thinking of the Morton Salt Girl because I was just talking about it last night with my friend. But like that is a logo, but also it's something that's happening. It's a girl walking with an umbrella in the rain, pouring salt behind her. There was we've done we did like when we did Gandalf versus the Balrog or Samurai Jack versus Aku, like that was like a scene. You know, there was a scene of confrontation there, and that's kind of fun stuff. I'm just trying to.
So activities, sports, hobbies, verbs.
Yeah, I mean, just throw it out there. We'll see what cooks. Anything else we got there? Last thing I have is Bluey, Mr. Sharp.
So calming down.
Calming down. Interesting.
Oil driller.
Oil driller. They have started that again off the coast of Santa Barbara. Really? Yeah, they stopped after that huge oil spill that started Earth Day, and they're back at it. Sorry.
Builders, America's free to build. Lego Joker.
Oh, yeah.
Giant Acme hammer.
Giant Acme hammer. Acme stuff is fun in general.
Rioting.
Rioting.
Yeah, so more hobbies and activities here.
Yeah. And think hobbies and activities that would be understood with
visual iconography.
Yeah, exactly, with either an accessory or a pose, because I probably can't do like a whole setting for these things.
But like a yoga would give you like a context.
Right, we would do a mat, we could do a pose, yeah. That would be
let's see, gaming controller.
Sure.
Hang gliding.
Okay. Ooh, hang gliding is fun.
Bowling,
hang glide.
Graphic design.
I'll put it down. Graphic design. I know people are like putting down. You're suggesting the things you like to do, aren't you?
Butchery.
My goodness.
Zookeeper Susie just enjoys cutting a nice piece of meat.
I mean,
when
how do you make sure you always have fresh meat?
1/4 inch thick.
Have a zoo.
New York strip. Okay. I'm not seeing more activities. What are some other prompts that you would like?
Let's see. Well, let's start from here, and then maybe we can find a way to like narrow.
Yeah. So
Let's.
don't,
Do you see any combinations here that make you think of a third wrinkle? Do you know what I mean? If you're like, oh my gosh, Buster Keaton with the giant Acme hammer is so funny. It would be great if he were also doing that. I just picked two random ones, but
so hold up the list for folks.
Anything that's
and don't
popping.
So Zookeeper Susie, you're thinking of things that could be easily portrayed.
Sure, no.
You all don't worry about the balloon.
Yeah, I will.
You just be creative.
Mm-hmm.
Do no censorship.
Yeah, because here's the thing.
Brainstorming.
I may not pick a thing that I think is impossible to depict with balloons. That's
right.
Yeah. But also, there may be a thing you're like, oh, there's no way that she could do with balloons. But to me, I'm like, oh, I know exactly. So you do you.
Buster Keaton with Acme hammer or Bluey with Excalibur.
Versus Excalibur going hang gliding, a sword on a hang glider. I like the hang gliding. I'm intrigued by hang gliding because that is absolutely a like there's an apparatus which would leave nothing. No one would be like, huh? And then it's a way to pose the balloon, the figure that is doing the thing. Well, you grab onto the post and you've got this huge kite above you. Like I think that's pretty
Ramon.
cool. Hey, Ramon line, thank you.
So
you.
Character wise, for hang gliding.
So if we're doing hang gliding, I feel like Shamu hang gliding would be a little tricky.
How would she hang on?
I mean, although it could be like a Free Willy sort of a thing. That's kind of funny. Hey, Ramon, thank you for the hydrate. I will do that. That is a good thing. Everyone, let's hydrate along.
Hydrate together.
Yeah, if you're playing the at-home version of SharpBalloons. It's good
Roger Rabbit hang gliding. I guess let me ask this question. Why hang gliding? Is it recreation?
Mm-hmm.
Are they tied to it with a more like experienced hang glide person? Is it like to escape from a mountain lair? Like why how do they feel about it?
I
mean, it's pretty much only recreational, right?
Look, I think that James Bond has hang glid. Is that the
hang glid?
Is that the past tense term? I think that but like again, Golden Girls bobsled team, you don't need to know why they were bobsledding. You're just like, they are, and it's great.
How did they pass the Olympic trials?
Yeah, I'm fine. Shamu and Bigfoot tandem hang gliding to escape Florida. Can you hang glide in Florida? Is there a high enough... I'm not trying to nitpick. This is just me curious. Okay, so let's see here. Snow leopard hang gliding. I don't know if that's... I like snow leopards, but I don't know if that's, Bigfoot hang gliding could be fun. Buster Keaton hang gliding could be fun. I feel like that's almost too... Not that he hang glid, but...
I mean, if anything, that would be kind of the joke, that it's like a Buster Keaton
like
thing
a modern...
that he's doing, but put in a more modern context.
Yeah. Or like the hang glider hanging from the arms of a clock.
Yeah.
Kind of like he crashed into a clock. Ahsoka Tano. That's just like she's like an action person already. Roger Rabbit. I've done Roger Rabbit, but that could be. Let's see, Bluey, calming down, Lego Joker, giant Acme hammer, riding, game control, bowling, hang gliding, graphic design. I like hang gliding. What is the most fun pairing for hang gliding?
I mean, I kind of think it would be somebody who was scared of it.
Mm-hmm.
Or someone who is
like
very action,
not very.
Either somebody like like Bluey, who's like, oh no, why am I on this hang glider? That's a great Bluey, by the way.
That's perfect.
Or it's got to be like somebody.
Is Bluey here?
Somebody
it's
like
just you,
tough,
Mr. Sharp.
Like an Ahsoka who's like doing like that like action guy smile where you're like.
Oh no, a list. Yes, RC. We're brainstorming right now to make a balloon that's never been made before. I'm liking the hang gliding suggestion, but we're looking for what would be a character or a creature that would do well on a hang glider. That would be funny on a hang glider. Or it doesn't. I mean, I don't know. I'm drawn to humor. That's obviously like what compels me. What motivates me a lot of time is making something that will make people laugh when they see it.
Escaping?
Yeah, you can escape in a hang glider.
Yeah, it's like a James Bond
Yeah,
kind of like
that's
you
what
know.
I was. Yeah, that I think, but like, you know, I can't. I'm not going to also make a mountain with a layer behind it and a villain like shaking their fist. So, you know, I have to. So looking for something on a hang glider or something that has never been ballooned. Well, it can be something I've ballooned before. The balloon itself will be X on a hang glider or X hang gliding, which, to be honest, I've never made anything on a hang glider. So we've already cleared that bar of balloon that's never been made before. But I like it being something good. Old school runnings. Oh my gosh, JT, that's
team is
pretty
old
funny.
school runnings.
Old school runnings. Yeah.
Pretty good. Pretty good, JT.
Yeah.
Is there anything that would be like I mean, Shamu is maybe like the most ironic.
Shamu is like the funniest, I guess, because
why?
it is a whale.
How would they get up there?
Yeah, that is kind of funny. Sock monkey on a hang glider.
Let me see the list here. Elgato Stream Deck.
I just saw flower pot on a hang glider.
A cool mom on a hang glider, where it's like a mom who's like trying to.
But then, how do you
it's more of a
show that
than
it's a cool mom?
Yeah.
Without it just being a cool lady.
Swamp ape.
Detective Bun Bun hang gliding. Detective Bun Bun is on. Oh, by the way, another reminder. If you're a subscriber, make sure you get to our Discord server and put in your request for subscriber gratitude stream. It's coming up. Not immediately, but like, you know, on the 29th, we're doing the guest stream with 9.5. Probably we'll do it, you know, the stream after that, I would guess. So that would be like the Monday. So it might be the earliest streams in June.
Giant Flemish bunny hang gliding. Flower pot on a hang glider. Detective Bun Bun hang gliding. Oil derrick on a hang glider. Minion on a hang glider. Detective Chicken hang gliding. Those are all just ones that were just thrown.
I don't mind the image of a Flemish giant bunny on a hang glider is pretty funny to me. T-Rex hang gliding, that's kind of funny because of the tiny arms. But also, like, how would we do that? Because the head needs to fit in there. Hang glider on a hang glider.
You could make a skinny Hank Hill. And that would be a Hank
glider on a hang glider. Oh my goodness. Iggy. We've thrown Iggy on everything. Detective Chicken hang gliding. These are all, oh man. This is such a hard thing because I know I'm not a good decision maker. That's why when we do a kid show, it's
usually you get like a birthday kid.
Yeah.
And they kind of have some
and they're like, oh, I really want it to be. But
Hank gliding.
See what you did there.
It's JT.
I see what JT did there. I'm kind of leaning. It was so funny because the first thing I said was like, well, not Shamu on a hang glider, but like now now that we're in it, I'm like,
maybe that's
maybe
your
Shamu
brain.
on a hang glider.
Maybe you saying not Shamu on a hang glider is your brain finding kind of instinctively the most incongruous.
Yeah, perhaps.
And then, like, what kind of hang glider, too?
What kind of hang glider?
Is it like just your classic rainbow? Or is it like a SeaWorld logo?
No, I don't think we're celebrating SeaWorld.
Cover of Blackfish, Netflix.
God. I think I think just a rainbow, probably to contrast the colors of the black and white of Shamu. I think that would be nice. All right. And yeah, well, Tweety, we got Tweety. Ray, hi Ray. Let me look at a couple pictures of orcas. Let's see.
Also, is Shamu like a code name? Shamu was probably a real orca at one point, but now is like a role.
I think Shamu was a specific orca. Is
it's
she
just
still
not around anymore. I couldn't imagine. I don't know how long they live for, but also, she was a thing when we were a kid. So,
but how long do orcas live?
I don't know.
In captivity. Okay, let's see here. This is our. Let's see. Will this show? Yeah. Okay. Look, they do some cool jump bend moves and such. Let's shrink that down a bit. Like this one here, that bottom image is probably good for that.
Yeah, so actually it is pretty much exactly how I hypothesized that Shamu was a real orca from 65 to 71.
71?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And then has been like a character essentially.
Right. It's just a title handed down, probably. Fair enough, because that was the one that was.
It's a real sham. Ooh. Really putting a sham in Shamu.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Maybe we do. Maybe we do a Shamu hang gliding. I'm calling it. We're making an executive decision. Hang gliding Shamu it is. Because I like it because orcas are known for the jumping. Like at least that's when we get the best pictures of them, because they jump out of the water. And I think that kind of pose will work. I'll just put the fins a little lower, and then it'll be like it's holding onto that handle.
Let's call it Orca, not Shamu.
Yeah. We won't use the slave name. Fair. I think that's.
I read about Shamu's life, and I'm like, oh,
it's depressing. It's humans ruin everything. This is why we can't have nice things. But
this is an orca escaping captivity.
There you go.
Via the only means they have access to
a hang glider. Obviously, I need also to open up a new fresh window for hang glider images. Okay. Here I'll drag this one out. Let's see. I want to make another window capture. And we'll
Orca escaping captivity. Exactly.
Yes,
I think that's
I like that.
Good title that we can all get
that
behind.
Also kind of like goes with the rioting ideas that suggestions that we had.
And maybe it's more apt for people to find it metaphorical for their own Aren't we all orcas? Captive in our own theme parks.
Glide, Orca, glide!
The only method we have to achieve freedom is perhaps the most dangerous and useless form of transportation yet devised.
Yes, I agree. Okay, so it looks like a hang glider mostly has like this triangular brace that descends from the bottom of the kite, and then there's one horizontal bar. So basically, I'm going to make the Orca first, and then we will size the brace of the hang glider to fit the Orca.
Hang gliders answer the question that every little child has when they make a paper airplane. What if I made one of these person-sized? How would that go?
Exactly.
Answer
Okay.
bad. Has anyone here ever hang glid?
Yeah, has anyone hang glid before?
Has any of you ever hung glider? Hang glided? I guess it would have to be hang
glided.
Hang glided?
It doesn't, it doesn't sound great, but
Zookeeper, you did a power hang glider?
A power hang glider, like it had like an
absolutely
engine.
Any information you have about that experience, I would be interested in hearing.
Remember, there was someone who would stream that streamed. It wasn't hang gliding, but it was like some like aircraft, like single person aircraft. I forget. It was years ago, but I remember that. A nuclear powered submarine.
It's like a tiny little ultralight airplane with a hang glider instead of wings.
And it fit 2 people. And furthermore, spoiler alert, you survived.
Wow.
Here's a balloon that I might use.
That is the thing about hang gliders that I don't understand. Stopping. No brakes on a hang glider.
Yeah, like you have to come in for a landing.
Right. How? I don't know. I've literally never seen a hang glider
watching. What was I watching the other day? Like our son was watching a video of like hang glider skiers. So they were like on the Alps in skis and like skiing at first and then definitely hang gliding, but like also not that high above the mountain, and like there's a bit of an avalanche happening underneath them. And I was just like, how do you not land in rocks?
Right. Yes.
Or crushing snow.
That's also a possibility that occurs to me. Or like if you're not doing it in snow, like don't you just kind of come at the ground, like you said, either crashing or just like skidding, and your body you're just kind of like laying there. You just kind of like tumble to a stop.
This is what I've never been drawn to the pastimes that require me to risk bodily injury.
Yeah.
I know some people have, and I don't.
I get enough just sheer terror from the existence of being a mortal human on this coil.
Life.
I don't need to like.
So you were saying, Mr. Sharp, that these balloons are bad? I don't know about that.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
They're super old.
Yeah. No, this 321 is looking.
It's one of those like I've moved this group of balloons several times, so I know they're quite a few years old. They're also not bagged, and
this is a no longer made type of balloon called a 321. This chamber is mostly a 3-inch diameter balloon, but as you can see, there's a bit of a taper at the end. This is the type of balloon I use to make Pikachu very quickly, although the one is yellow with a dipped black tip that makes the ears very nicely. When you fully inflate one of these, here I'll show you. It's like, this is like a 3-inch diameter, like a 360, but obviously not 60 inches long. And then you put more air into it, and you get that taper. So it's pretty cool because most balloons don't taper. except maybe at the neck. Like sometimes you'll be able to do like a balloon where you squeeze the air into the neck of the balloon. There'll be some taper, but for the most part, you don't get tapered balloons. But there we have it. So I think this will be useful in creating the orca whale, because there's a I've never made one. I've made a simple orca before. I would like to make.
I'm just a simple orca.
I'm just a simple.
I enjoy
from
krill,
the southern oceans, southern
salmon,
hemisphere.
I feel the bearing straight on my back.
Nathan, absolutely bowling pin shaped. I actually would use these to make bowling pins if that was ever requested. So if this is my underbelly, just tie this off briefly.
I picture you sitting sad at a balloon party, just like, there's somebody request a bowling pin.
Let's see. Now you need a black, maybe 260 we'll go with. Variant, I was thinking about you. I didn't want to call you out specifically, but if you're going to call yourself out, then yes. Yes, I did just look at downhill skateboarding Shayna balloon request the other day and had that thought.
I did think about that one as well when we were brainstorming here. The look on your face.
It's a little. So what I want is there's like a curve. Let's focus on Orca for now. So I'm gonna hide the hang gliding. We're gonna make Orca a bit larger here. So I like multiple orcas because there are many different positions, and I want to consider all the various positions of the body as I'm doing this. The head, let's see, do I have any black 321s? I bet those I don't have, sadly. Oh, I have one. I bet this one is bad. Oh, yeah, this one's not gonna. Let's try it, shall we? This feels soft. Yeah. Whoa. What? Look at, you can see the bumps. Do you see the bumps? You see how?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then when you look through the light, oh.
Yeah.
Do you have that? Yeah. You remember? Well, actually, I can do this. I think.
You want the mirror or the light that's plugged in?
Yeah, but this one will work.
That's fine. It's probably good. I'll bring it in if it's seeming.
Here we go. Let's see if I can do it. There. Do you see? Look at when you see the light through the balloon. If you can see through your balloon this well and it's not a jewel tone and it's that splotchy and inconsistent, this is what we call a bad balloon. The balloon's gone bad. Let's see if I can do the thing where I don't even
bad balloons.
Look at, I can
just
seal
balloons that are about to pop.
I can seal the air off without even tying it, just by pinching it.
Because it just seals itself together.
Yeah, because the latex is so old.
Oh God!
It just wants to, like, it's not perfect. It's slowly leaking, but look at that. That's how bad this balloon is. Ugh.
Oh, look at it now.
Yeah, and then when it's
yes,
the stretch marks.
Creepy pepper.
Yeah, it is. This is what we call an expired balloon. This balloon is no more. Yeah.
Is an expired balloon.
An ex-balloon. Okay. But enough of me showing you the terrible things. Let's see. I think I could do like a frumple. Let's try that. We do a frumple twist, which is when we push if you recall, push the balloon knot into the balloon and then pinch it down there. Get a little more of that.
Future idea, create something with expired
balloons. That is, I mean, I have
like a Chinese crested, but just start with them expired.
There you go. It's an idea. I don't hate that idea at all. Here, let's. So when I frumple the balloon, now the connection point's on the side, and you get a little bit of that curved downward shape that the tip of an orca would have.
We're saying is the room smells like a shower curtain factory at the moment. The room doesn't.
This one's fine.
But shower curtain is a good descriptor for bad balloons.
It is.
I haven't thought of that
yeah,
before, that's a good
perfect. One. Yeah, K-pop. Well done. Well done. Okay.
And particularly when you get a shower curtain that's all folded up and you do the thing where you like unfold.
Yeah, where it's got to off gas all the
off gas when it's off gassing.
Off gassing.
I don't know why I love the word off gassing.
It's a fun word.
It's just off gassing. Where's Mr. Sharp? Oh, he's just off gassing.
I mean,
what?
What?
What do you mean? You mean what?
You are kind of an old dog. That's what I'll say.
Dang.
Okay,
I will say I've shown some difficulty in learning new tricks. It's hard.
It's tricky though.
My brain doesn't make the myelin like it used to.
Let's see.
If anyone has a good source on new myelin, by the way, just
shoot let us know.
Shoot that my way. Okay, I'm going to step away for just a moment.
Oh, you are you?
K-pop, are you off gassing?
That's a perfect emote combo. K-pop, I love it.
You off gassing in the chat?
Is that just farting in the other room? Well, yes. Yes. Let's see. Oh, why? This is black. Good job, Shayna. You know your colors. What if I did? This. So the underbelly of an orca, this image is useful for that. Let's open link in new tab. Is that what I did? Open image in new tab. Let's try. Okay, so interesting. So basically looks like we've got a wider white at the jaw and then a single white down the belly. And I can do that, I think. If we have like a double white there. Tie that in and then go to a single white. How far in? Not that. This is actually coming out much smaller than I anticipated it would. I'm not mad at that. So if this, if we take our frumpled connection, pull that through. There we go. Do that there. That makes a nice, and we'll draw on the eye, obviously, or the eye spot. Should I put like a pinch twist there? Because I don't feel like there's as much of like a gap. Let's try with a pinch twist and see how we feel. A tuxedo pattern with some flair at the tail. Yes! It's putting on the Ritz. try this. What if there was a pinch twist there in which to lock our frumple knot? Sounds like I'm making these words up, when actually someone else made them up. But they're definitely made up words. All words are made up. It's language, people. I don't hate that. It's kind of like cartoonish, but also balloons are cartoons, right? So I'm not angry at that. And then this, so then this part would need to meet another. This would be like a double bubble. And we anchor our dorsal fin between those two. Let's roll this up around here. Bring this single one down there. And then we can also have our fins kind of come from that juncture as well, which will help that sit more. Let's push this in between here. So it's coming, no. Because our dorsal fin goes back further. So I'm going to do a pinch twist here. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Now we're going to make some fins. Pretty long fins, I want to say. Yeah, a frongle twist, a sneeple knot, a spangle inflation. So you've studied at the Muppet Institute. So you're familiar with the jargon. Let's try this. Don't need that part. Tie this together. You can't sneeple and frongle, though. That's where it gets. Yeah, it's true. It's true. An orca with the top hat and cane shredding on a skateboard. Oh, remember skateboarding babushka variants? Oh, we've had some fun balloons. We've had some good times together, friends. Okay, so we're getting place here. This one is underinflated. Put that there for now. Maybe 2 pinch twists just to keep them low. Maybe we'll do that. Because the arms come out like down at an angle. They're not like straight out to the side. Rip this part off. If I need it later, I'll save it for later. This one's not very pinch twisted. Can I do that better? Can I do that, but this time better? And once we'll have our dorsal there. Honestly, we need like more. We need more thickness. I feel like, right? Because this is gonna be. Because there's almost no white showing from the side, but we have. Should we do? I did deflate that already. Hang on, hang on. This is the art. This is the art. I love it. You remember skateboarding, Babushka. Tony Hawk named one of his early tricks the Madonna Air because he wanted to become famous. I love that. Was it a good trick, or was it like immediately replaced by cooler stuff? Because I've never heard of the Madonna Air, but I'm also not a skateboarder. Okay, we're doing a double pinch twist. Knowing that it's double from the beginning helps a bit. And what if this is side bubble, same lengths. But then we also get a top bubble, which maybe, maybe there's a side wall. I do need a dorsal fin, and that means I'll need some place to attach that in here. Right about here is where it's going to come up. Well, let's get a 160 black. I do have a super fast version of an Orca that I can make, which I reserve the right to get frustrated with this and whip that out. But very interesting. The Madonna Inn. I do love the Madonna Inn. We've been there. Thank you, Mr. Sharp, bringing me a salad. How responsible, babe. How responsible.
Talking the Madonna Inn in here?
Well, we were talking about the Madonna Air, which was a Tony Hawk skateboarding trick.
Okay.
That turned into talking about the Madonna Inn, which we have been to for one wedding and one birthday party. It's a very fun place. Central California. We see you. Yeah, pink champagne keg. Doesn't really taste like anything.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they call it champagne cake other than it's a nice sounding name.
Like pink champagne looks.
It doesn't have champagne in it. It doesn't, I mean, maybe it pairs well with champagne. I don't know.
Maybe what we do is make the center bit to make it thicker a 160. And that 160 itself becomes the dorsal fin, which I believe is something I can do.
This isn't really that relevant, but I saw on Spotify the other day, there's a musician who goes by the Blessed Madonna. Which is kind of already a thing. Like, I understand the impulse to call yourself that, but it seems weird to be a pop musician who's kind of pretending like Madonna wasn't a thing. No, I'm the blessed Madonna.
Well, I think what they're also acting like Catholicism isn't a thing.
Well, I feel like the original Madonna is like playing on that as well. And it's not that you're imagining it's not a thing, it's more you're doing like a ribald version of this character in religious.
Wasn't that her name too? Just Madonna.
Yeah, her name is Madonna. Madonna Chacon. But also she played with it.
Yeah, obviously. Look, obviously.
The Madonna air is a grab. You air out of the ramp and grab one end of the board. You have a foot on the other end of the board. The foot in the middle is hanging down, way below the board, so that the leg and the board form a T shape. I can kind of picture that.
And he only named it that because he wanted it to be famous, like Madonna.
Like famous pop star, the Blessed Madonna.
Oh, hello there, Katie Bear. How are you? Welcome.
Welcome.
Hi. Whoa, Katie Bear, that's a huge heckin' raid. How are you? Welcome. We're trying to make an Orca escape. An Orca on a hang glider, but we're just now getting started. But hello, how was your stream?
Porkware.
What were you up to? Porkware, what's up? Oh, raiding in with Katie Bear. Wonderful. Spectacular-rific behind that window there. Hi, friends. Welcome to a balloon art stream. What? Can we get a shout out for Katie Bear? Scenic Savoy. Is it Scenic or Scenic Savoy? Lovely to meet you either way. Had to finish early because your daughter's an award ceremony today. Congratulations to Baby Bear. Line work on a few comics. I love that. Sepple Rose, what's up? Good to see you.
What award did your daughter win?
Yeah, what was the award? Comic covers. Acrylic painting.
K-pop's back from the dentist.
Spectacular.
Oh, no, Certain's back from the
Certain's
dentist.
back from the dentist.
Right.
We're certainly glad to hear that. Wonderful. Well, Katie, you have to go because you got to go on the principal's list for her grades.
Well
How
done.
wonderful. What 2 colors would you like the raid lightsaber to be? We could do your daughter's school colors or just whatever colors you like. It's your pick. Hello, and if you just raided in here and you're like, what is going on? Hi, my name is Shayna. I am a professional balloon artist. That sounds like an oxymoron, but so does SharpBalloons, so I guess that works. I've been making balloon art for almost 19 years now. I'm joined in the studio by my husband, Mr. SharpBalloons.
Hi.
He's that other voice you're hearing, not an AI, I promise. Teal and brown, you got it, Katie Bear. Let's go. That sounds fun. I don't think I've ever made that combination before. Teal and brown.
Teal and brown, very nice.
Interesting. Yeah.
So the Blessed
Go for
Madonna
like a-
used to be known as the Black Madonna after the Eastern Orthodox icons of the same name. Then she got called out because she's not black. So now she's the Blessed Madonna. But Eastern Orthodox Black Madonna icons aren't meant to be African American or African, so you don't know. Right. But also, we live in a world where there is a very, very famous person named Madonna, and where if you hear the phrase, the Black Madonna, you have to be aware
This is a
that
dark
Eastern Orthodox iconography is probably not
This
the
teal's too
first
dark.
thing that's going to be coming to most folks' minds.
This teal's
is
more
my
vivid.
hypothesis.
We're going with the more vivid teal for you, Katie Bear. Here we go.
Porkware, you were on the principal's list for bad behavior.
Yikes. I hope you know that this will go down on your permanent record.
But let's be honest, those assemblies were way more fun.
It's true. They didn't
Bad
give out
behavior
awards for
awards.
that one, eh? Hello, Arbo. I may totally be butchering your name, friend. Hello. Yes, I would love to. Katie Bear, please. Mr. Sharp, can you permit Katie Bear so we can get a little art tax? I'd love to see what you were working on before you got to run out. What a good parent you are. Just the line work. Honestly, that's my favorite part. My favoriteest part. Oh, no.
Shredded some permanent records when you worked in the office in high school?
Now they're permanently impermanent. Let's see. Ooh! Okay, this is cool. Hang on. Let me see if I can shrink the window so it will share. These are so awesome. Friends, this is the work of Katie Bear. If you are into comics, which, come on, aren't you into comics? Let's go follow Katie Bear right this instant. Look at this line work. We got a battle something. I can't even read underneath that. And then Frankenstein and exquisite corpses.
Cool.
Look at that. Look at that. So cool. So different too. You could have told me that all three of these were done by different artists and I would believe you, which is actually very impressive. Like having the ability to work in different styles. I love this. I love line work. I love it so much. Friends, do the follow of the Katie Bear, yeah? Yes? Okay, wonderful. And congratulations.
This looks like the Daniel Clowes Frankenstein, where it's less like a gothic horror and more like he's just trying to live in today's society, being beaten down by like the brutal ironies of
battle
go
beasts.
to the DMV or ask a girl out on a date.
Oh, that's an S. That's an S. Battle beast. I'm like, is it G-E-A-F-T? Gaft? It's B-E-A-S-T. But that would, if I were more into the current comic book landscape, I probably would have known. That would probably be understood. It's Tim Burton inspired. Fantastic. Battle Beast from Invincible. Love it. Love it. Thank you so much for sharing this amazing art, friends. You need no further, justification for why you should make sure that you follow Katie Bear. I'm going to make the brown handle on our teal lightsaber. Frankenstein stuck on the subway for the big numberth day in a row. I'm like, where's the 45,031st day in a row.
So they reanimated me, just so I can go to work, huh? Okay. Beats working for that crazy scientist.
Sure.
Variant met Daniel Clowes at a con and was like, wow, it's not really an act. He is just an unhappy guy in a little hat.
I love his artwork. Daniel Clowes' comics are, and his art is beautiful. It's the perfect medium between like
Atomic Age
and between looking realistic to a portrait of a person and also being like comic book simplified.
Right.
Like I don't know how he does it. It's spectacular. All right, friends. All right. I think that's the vibe Swamp Thing gives. Because, wouldn't you be? If you live in a swamp, you're going to see a bunch of humans all the time. You're like,
I swear to God, all I want is for everyone just to get the heck out of my swamp.
Just give me a break, all right?
And that's the one thing it seems like everybody doesn't want to do.
Yeah. All right, let's write Katie Bear. Ah! Katie Bear, I dropped my pen cap. Mr. Sharp, if you find that, you let me know. Oh, wait, no, I see it.
Oh, yeah.
Can't lose the pen cap.
Good work, Toast.
It's one thing I'm really trying to, make sure my son learns, because he's not great at that. He's my child. It makes sense. All right. Katie Bear. Thank you so much, Katie Bear, for bringing in your community to our little weird balloon stream. Again, today we are making an orca riding a hang glider. Because why not? Katie Bear, you are on the Raid lightsaber. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, lady, doesn't look like a lightsaber. And you're right. Katie, it doesn't look like a lightsaber, but it does sound like one. What? Yeah. So there. My little proof of what? That I can I can do something you haven't seen before. Ta-da! Yesterday's stream we made some 10-minute speed balloons. We made a Perry the Platypus. We made Bowser and Judy Hopps. These were some speed balloons that we made yesterday, but today we're taking a little more time trying to do a nice Orca on a hang glider, like in real life. You know. Anyway, thank you again so much, Katie. I know you got to run, so it's no, stay as long as you like and leave silently or as announced as you prefer. It is all you, friends. Okay.
So what you're saying, Swamp Thing is the OG Shrek? Because Frankenstein is also kind of the OG Shrek. You know, huge.
Misunderstood.
Green, heart of gold. Does Frankenstein have a heart of gold? Maybe not heart of gold. Human heart. Human heart.
Of decaying heart.
Yes.
I think it's a heart of old flesh. Weird. All right. So there we go. I know what I'm doing. Oh, and for those of you who like crochet or a good friend 9.5, next Thursday, not tomorrow, but Thursday next, the 29th, I will be guest appearing on 9.5 stream. Earlier this year, I did a guest stream with 9.5 on my stream, and I taught her how to make balloons. She's going to teach me how to crochet.
What if this is like the
This
start
could be
of
the
a
beginning.
new act?
Yeah, this could be a whole new thing for me.
I'm gonna
A whole new thing.
I'm going to come home, and the normal place to find you is going to be like on the couch. 2 needles in your hand.
I've almost got this. It could be. Look, I do hyperfocus, friends. It's been known to happen. It's not going to come as a surprise to anyone, probably. I think that I'm going to rip this part off. We don't need that part. That part's extra. But I'll lock that in to this juncture here. I know it doesn't look like an orca yet. We gotta give it some time here. And again, like I said, I may just give up at some point and do my simple orca. I just kind of wanted to see if I could do a fancier one.
I mean, orcas are already pretty fancy.
They're very fancy.
Wearing a tuxedo.
They're wearing their formal attire, obviously. Name a more formal sea mammal.
So are orcas and penguins going to the same event?
I mean, one of them is the guests and one of them is
boy.
the hors d'oeuvres, but yes.
Hi, welcome. The guest of honor is here.
Oh no.
Am I right, fellow orcas?
Like this shape. We've got our wider white. I should have put a pinch twist in the white underneath there. Maybe. Okay, and then we were looking at earlier our images of orcas. This is one image we had that. Oops, nope, not that one. Where's the other one? This one? Yeah, okay. This image showing the white pattern. So it starts wider. There we go. It's wider under the mouth and then narrower under that part, and then the white comes out again to kind of have that marking on the side.
It does look a lot like Iggy laying down on the floor when he gets the
Our
hind,
cat is very
the hind
much.
legs out behind him
I think I have a photo of that.
when he goes Full orca.
Yeah, when he goes full, I usually call him shark, but yeah, orca is maybe more appropriate if we're talking like blubber content.
A little bit more blubber.
Let's see, on the Discord, search. There's a channel for Iggy Day. Where did I put the picture?
Iggy the shark.
Iggy
Also-
is a shark.
Also, we have
Oh,
a group of new folks here. I suppose we could just go get
yeah, friends. We have a
Real
cat
thing.
that is
The
not
genuine
necessarily
art.
recognizable as a cat. But this was a little bit of fan art that that a member of our community made. It's very, very appropriate. I do love him so. I do love him so. What a big boy. He's also quite orca-like. See? Free Iggy. Iggy is his name. And let's see, do I have, this is the original image of him. So yes, you can see how he look very orca-esque. Orchestral? There we go. I found the word. Orcish. Orcish, not elvish. All right. You know what? Why show you pictures? Why show you pictures when what we could do is show you the genuine article? Friends, are you ready for this? The best moment, your little serotonin boost for the day from this stream? Please put your paws together for the one, the only, Iggy Sharp! Yes. All right. Whoa. Here it comes. Uh-huh. He chunky. He fluffy. A big kitty meow.
So heavy,
Heavy. Yeah.
he's chunky and fluffy, big kitty, that's Iggy, immobile and sleepy, so heavy, that's Iggy.
Never give me your number. You only give me your invitation.
Okay. Friends, this is Iggy Sharp. He has a trick. Would you like to see his trick? Okay. Lick your shoulder, Iggy. Lick your shoulder, Iggy. Everybody loves it when you lick that shoulder, Iggy.
Yes. Oh, you're such a patient boy. You're such a patient boy. So who's got the fluff tum? Who's got the fluffy tum? You do.
How big is your cat? Oh, he's approximately the size of a human adult hug. I'm an average-sized American woman. I am 5'5", 135 pounds. This cat is like my torso.
He's been
size.
compared to Iggy, size of a human torso.
Torso and more so.
Iggy, size of a hug. That's nice. When he sits in a chair, though, it's Iggy, size of a human butt.
Size of a human butt. He definitely takes up
Just a full butt.
in a chair. He takes up the space that a full human butt might take up. A full human butt. Yes.
So how big would you say your cat is? I don't know. Shit, 2 cheeks?
Oh, look at him. Oh yeah, check out my manicure.
Double cheeked up?
Oh yeah.
Oh, Thursday afternoon.
Oh, the top of the head. That's the part where you really want to put your face and just give him little kisses. Right there on top of the head.
Don't do it.
Oh, the softest
It's
ears.
still dangerful.
Oh, I love him. Iggy, you're the best. Thank you for putting up with this, Iggy. You're the greatest.
He looks like he's not having fun, but he's purring up a storm right now. You just can't hear. Oh, I love you. Oh, I love you, big fuck boy.
Workwear, so patient.
Oh, just the most patient cat. Either that or just like he just learned fighting back is just a waste of energy. All right, here we go. Down. Got to bend at the knees.
And as soon as I started studying Buddhism, I became a much more
I made my peace. I made my peace with it.
capable of accepting the circumstances that's around me.
Is my role in life is to be big, to be
I
loved.
do not have to be emotionally affected by the circumstances that's around me.
We love you,
I
Iggy.
simply observe them.
Now he's rubbing his face on stuff in the studio. We love you, Iggy. You're the greatest. So yes, not only do we have fine balloon art here, but also charismatic megafauna.
Yeah.
Yeah, that we have.
Are there any like musicians or comedians who have like an Iggy like character in their show, like someone who would probably rather even not be there, would just be like hanging out with the performer, but like goes on kind of resentfully, like not resentfully, just like accepting their fate. You know, they just kind of walk out, wave. The crowd's like, right? I get it. That's cool. Thank you. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back to backstage. I'm just gonna hang out, wait for you guys to finish up.
Mm-hmm. Perhaps.
Kind of the opposite of the boss tone, if you will. No, I can't explain that.
Emotional support creature.
Yeah. Honestly, I think
feel
what he
very
likes
supported.
is just being included.
Hi.
He likes just being.
Oh, you got your
being part
tail
of
on the cord there, bud.
conversation.
Okay. He's doing fine.
Either being held or just kind of, you'll be like in a room and he'll just kind of flomp down by somebody's feet.
It's like it's old dog energy
Yeah.
without the stinky farts.
He's like, I don't really want to talk to you all, but I just want to be
Yeah.
here.
I just
With you all.
just don't forget about me.
Don't forget about me.
Don't you forget about me.
S'mores, 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 s'mores.
Mm-hmm. Okay, look, it's noon. Tell you what.
What?
I'm not going to reinvent the wheel for this orca. I'm going to bear in mind that it is possible,
Mhm.
but I think it might be better if we just make the simple orca. So I'm going to do that.
Okay.
If I can actually blow this up here. There we go.
I thought that was a pretty good salad.
Hmm?
I thought that was a pretty good salad.
Yeah, I liked it. I mean, I haven't
Crispy-
finished it yet, but
Crispy noodle and peanut sauce.
I do. I'm always a fan of a peanut sauce.
It's like a little denser. I think it's because everything's like super shredded, and so it's kind of like
Super shredded. It's been lifting
fuller
fat
feeling
cats.
bites. Sometimes like salad, you're eating such huge leafy pieces that you're like just like chewing and chewing. on these giant
My
leaves.
opinions on salad changed a great deal once I discovered chopped salads and how much more I enjoyed eating them, or how much less not fun they were. I don't know what the words are
Less
here.
cumbersome of a
Yeah,
eating
I
experience.
like.
More toothsome.
There's just like a lot of chewing involved with salads,
chewing.
and who's got time for that? Not me necessarily. Okay, this is both dorsal and are these called pectoral fins?
Or is,
Side
is
fins?
anterior fins a thing?
I don't know. Tie these two balloons together. You know what I need to do is make this one maybe a 260. Yeah, we'll make this one a 260. I'll save it.
This is
though.
calling them flippers.
Flippers? That seems.
So they have a dorsal fin
Uh huh.
and they have flippers.
Okay.
And then the tail has flukes.
Flukes. It's not just a fluke.
Flukes. Yeah, where does that come from? Why would a tail... It's not just a fluke. Does that have anything to do with tail flukes? Is that like where the metaphor...
That feels like a coincidence thing to me.
False similarity?
Yeah.
This fluke is just a word somebody could make up.
But I don't know.
They're all just words somebody could make up.
So if we're going like this, I'm probably doing it to about this.
Oh. Did you know that orcas right behind the dorsal fin tend to have a pale gray saddle patch?
Yes.
Variable between individuals and populations?
I did see that because of back further. This image here. This shows, see that dark gray. So there's the side view. The belly view is on the bottom, but that middle view is the top of the back, and you can see that kind of gray saddle area. I actually didn't know that until literally right now, though.
Yeah, exactly. I've just always pictured them as black and white. My brain doesn't have space for that saddle patch. Although when I look at it, it does remind me of like a native artwork from like British Columbia.
Oh, sure.
And northern part of North America.
Mm-hmm.
I can really see that
100%.
in
I see
those the gray patches in those like pieces.
I see it.
Seattle, Pacific Northwest, like that area.
I see it. But I'm not where all the people are hanging out. Okay, so we're going to do this to here. I'm going to do a double pinch twist for the center of the fluke of the tail. I'm not going to have the tail be white on the underside and black on the top side. That's just a little too much, too complicated for what we're doing here. This part we don't need. Let's hide this here. Don't need that part either. Tie these two.
So, of course, it should be noted that killer whales are, in fact, not whales.
Are they not?
I don't think so. They are, I believe, a different species of animal.
Really?
They're at least... let's see. Oh,
I thought they were.
They're cetacea, the infraorder Cetacea.
Okay.
But then I think they're a different family, genus, and species. Oh, wait, maybe they are.
It's a bold claim to make before you look it up.
Well...
Have you heard that before? Is that...
It's so because their name is usually flipped. It's whale killer was what they were first called by like the ancient mariners because they would see them like eating whales, which is like part of their diet, and like larger whales even.
Yikes. Though I don't know if like
so I think they're more of a dolphin than a whale.
Gotcha.
So
but still a mammal and still a
yeah.
You know.
Yeah. So they're in the same domain, kingdom, phylum, class, order, suborder, and infraorder.
Infraorder.
I believe they differ. Maybe I
I mean, I can see where ancient mariners would say, "Oh, that's not a whale because it's eating a whale," but I don't know that they'd necessarily be
Yeah,
biologically sound.
So
in
it looks
their-
like they separate in family, where orcas are kind of between whales and dolphins. So they oceanic dolphins, or Delphinidae, are a widely distributed family of dolphins who live in the sea. Close to 40 extant species are recognized. They include several big species whose common name contains whale rather than dolphin, such as Globicephalinae. I don't know what Globicephalinae are,
Nor I.
nor I, but orcas would also fall into that. So yeah, I guess they are closer to dolphin.
Okay. Here's me not knowing that dolphins were that different from whales.
Well, I mean, they're not that different because, again, they're in the same domain, kingdom, phylum, class, order, suborder, and infraorder.
Infraorder. I love that word. Infraorder.
They are all
Infraorder. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, just like that. Okay. So,
infraorder.
yes.
Mammalia, Atrodicelia, Whippomorpha.
A licky boom boom down.
If only I could get all of those Latinate roots into that song. But I don't. But yeah, they'll eat whales. So they're not whales that will kill humans. They're dolphins that will kill whales.
And also take down some mega yachts.
And also not even feel bad about it, bro.
Yeah, I wouldn't feel bad about taking down a mega yacht.
They've been known to high five afterwards. Yeah.
Oh,
It says that in this Wikipedia I just read.
Wow.
Okay, that
It's
part's
actually
not
very funny. The idea of them high-fiving after taking down a...
true. It is. Because the
It's pretty
fins
great.
slap fin.
Okay.
They're sometimes referred to as blackfish.
That's
Historically, grampus was another name for the species, though it is now rarely used. I think we should bring back grampus. This should not be confused with the genus Grampus, which includes only Risso's dolphin. And Risso is really picky
Risso's
about
like,
that.
I don't have much, okay?
My dolphin is the only Grampus!
This... Our little handlebar.
Liz in the OC, you are never there. You are on time.
Liz, no, you're great. First of all, there's no such thing as a very important SharpBalloons date. But you're doing great, Liz. How are you? We're making an orca and a hang glider.
Orcas do tend to play with their food. There are no records, or at least none listed in the Wikipedia. Let me go back to this portion of it so I'm not misremembering. Orcas rarely pose a threat to humans, and no fatal attack has been recorded in the wild.
In the wilds.
In the wild.
Don't try and fence them in. Ooh. Oh my gosh, Liz. How very true. As soon as you wash your car, that's when the rain comes. Look, honestly, I wouldn't be mad at it. It's been so hot recently.
If that's what it takes
bit of
to summon rain.
I'd be like, okay. You wouldn't even be that mad. You'd be like, well, it's what it needs to be. It's what needed to happen. Okay. I like this. I like our triangle. Now we've got to make our kite situation. What's the good shape of that? So I do have some images of, let's see, some hang gliders. We can make this a little bit larger so we... There. Okay, so, generally a big triangular type shape. Looks like 2 to 3 colors seems to be the standard. And then there's definitely like a tapering that happens in there. So that will be interesting for me to try and get. Let's do it. I mean, it's probably going to be like a weaving situation, right? That would be my guess. So I'm going to do yellow. I'll do like a fuchsia pink. And I'll do like a Caribbean blue. Yeah. Lovely colors. Lovely colors. We like these colors.
When would you guess the first hang glider is on record as?
You're asking me. Therefore, I'm going to say like the Renaissance.
I kind of thought it was going to be the Renaissance too. I was expecting like a Leonardo da Vinci thing.
But you're saying no, it's
1853.
Okay. I feel like that's around like hot air balloon time.
A little bit, yeah.
Where we're like, look, let's
maybe we can
live out this Icarus thing, except for without the,
loose the surly bonds of earth.
Yes.
1853, George Cayley invented a slope-launched piloted glider. Most early glider designs were not conducive to safe flight.
What?
Huh.
What?
The problem was that early flight pioneers did not sufficiently understand the underlying principles that made a bird's wings work.
Oh, so we were real dumb. That's what you're saying.
It seems like such an unnecessarily fancy way of putting it.
Yeah.
Like,
we didn't know what we were
it
doing.
was not conducted to safe flight because they had no idea what they were doing.
Fair.
They didn't properly understand the way a bird's wings work or anything else.
Yeah, we didn't know a lot back then, turns out. We still don't know a lot right now. There's some orcas spotted in Oregon rivers. What?
So Bunnyco has been hang gliding. Okay.
Wow. Bunnyco, how was it? Was it terrifying?
Yeah, tell us all the things that you can about hang gliding.
Oh, there was a whole episode about this in Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman. Tell us about it, Jane Seymour.
Hang gliding?
Well, because it was a show that took place in like the 1800s, probably.
I guess
right?
so. And so it's like an early hang gliding pioneer, and she probably had to hang glide some medicine across a ravine.
Go. Without understanding the principles of flight.
She doesn't even understand the principles of how a bird's wings work.
I have this be across as like my...
Starting in the 1880s, technical and scientific advancements were made that led to the first truly practical gliders, such as those developed in the United States by John Joseph Montgomery. And Otto Lilienthal built controllable gliders in the 1890s with which he could ridge soar, which has its own Wikipedia link that I'm probably not going to follow here. But you are welcome to, should this capture your fascination.
Soar. That does sound like a thing you would call it, because you do have to like get up on a ridge and then you are soaring. You're not flying, you're soaring.
Exactly. But so it seems like these days, according to our dear friend Wikipedia, people can soar for hours, gain thousands of meters in altitude using thermal updrafts, perform aerobatics, and glide cross-country for hundreds of kilometers.
What?
I had no idea that they would be that functional.
Hours, huh? I guess you just gotta find the right height of...
The right thermal updraft, I
Yeah.
guess.
Okay, I'm trying to...
So, let's see. Bunnyco says it was fun. I was laughing when they took off. A small airplane took us up, and the guy thought it was weird because most people scream.
Oh, yeah.
It was loud because of the wind going past your ears.
Oh, interesting.
And then at the end of it, the guy dipped you left and then right, and then you got really nauseous.
Blah.
I wonder if that's why they do it at the end.
You're right.
Yeah, we'll
Like,
mostly
look, we
save
don't want you
this.
to vomit on us at the beginning.
There is a chance when I do this part that we'll want to vomit.
Or maybe
You've
it's like,
always wanted to
she's
fly,
taking this too well. Let's.
and hang gliding seemed like the closest thing to flying.
I think it. I agree.
Until we
with
get
that
jetpacks
there.
to work.
Yeah, I mean, because it's just you and an apparatus that isn't motorized, and it's about tilting and catching updrafts and
Using your weight.
you know, and I agree. I think that is the closest, you know, to human flight that we can maybe get right now. Going to attach our
Although I think it was
flippers.
variant earlier that threw out the old squirrel suit.
Oh sure, yeah, the wingsuits flying,
And that's definitely a thing.
definitely a thing.
Not a thing I'm going to do, but...
Not a thing that has any appeal for me.
All right, here's what you do. You put on these pants that we
Uh-huh.
got from the MC Hammer estate.
Okay, yeah.
We did tie it to another pair of pants that we got from the MC Hammer estate that you wear on the top,
Mm-hmm.
and then you just jump. You're fine.
The thing you do is you just jump.
Hey, 9.5.
9.5! Yeah! Of course! And what an excellent segue to remind you all that not tomorrow, but next Thursday, the 29th at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, SharpBalloons will be making a special guest appearance on 9.5 stream. She will be returning the favor, teaching me her medium. And I'm so excited. Very excited. Chicken teaching chicken. How to make it happen. Let's see here. I'm just trying to get an idea for like the size that I want here, and I feel like this is it. I'm gonna pinch that to make a more of an actual bend. And then this will go to about here. Of course. Yes, it's true. It's true. Flexibility, very useful trait if you're going to be a balloon artist. Also, a human being. If you're going to be a human being, flexibility, it's a good thing.
Some of these scary air sports are actually quite safe, like skydiving. Wingsuiting, on the other hand, is considered the most dangerous sport in existence.
Yikes!
You know, football is a pretty dangerous sport when you think about all the potential long-term consequences.
Sure.
Rarely do you get splatted. Just a full-on splat.
Yep. I'm sure they're very safe, and yet they still hold no real appeal to me.
No, Varian is saying that wingsuiting is
No,
not
no,
safe.
no,
Okay,
no,
yeah.
I know, but I mean the other aerial sports which
The-
are safe.
the skydiving
which is how
and
that
things.
started. Yes,
Yeah, skydiving I understand to be pretty safe.
I understand.
You know,
I'm sure it is.
I've learned about the various fail safes in the process. That's fine.
I like this. No, oh my goodness. I would prefer you cuddle your child, Richie. Of course, always.
Let's go on record as being a pro cuddling stream.
Yes. I mean, are we not already on the record for that? My goodness. Okay, so if we're doing that, that's a big shape we got here. So let's blow up.
Your BFF's mom went and learned how to wing walk for her 60th birthday.
Wing walk?
Like on a biplane when you like walk out on the wings?
What? Oh my goodness. Oh my gracious me. That sounds terrifying.
Would not.
I would not. I'm going to do 2 of these.
I think the only reason I would ever do that
Mm-hmm.
is if you were like holding on to a rope, like dangling on the side of the
And you
plane, and I
needed to
needed to
save
pull
me?
you in. Like that
Thank
is
you,
the only
babe.
possible reason.
She had a harness on. What's the worst that could... Don't answer that.
I don't think about with those, what's the worst that could happen? I'm like, what's the best that could happen?
Right?
This is a pretty binary scenario here. The best that could happen is
You survive.
non-splat.
Yeah. Like when survival is a best case scenario, I'm not sold. Nothing against your boyfriend's mother. That, like, again, just because I do not find appeal in these pastimes does not mean that I am like, and people who do are the worst or the weirdest. I get it. I might be the weird one for not being interested.
I'm just glad that you and I, as partners, have similar feelings about these activities. So then there's never like a, babe, I've decided I'm going skydiving and you're coming with me.
Yeah.
Mostly it's like, oh man, my friends are going on this weird boat trip with some sketchy guy and they want us to come along with it. Do you want to go on that boat? No, I don't want to go on that boat. Fantastic. I don't want to go on that boat either. Let's not go on that boat. And then we don't. The end.
The end.
No one's ever asked us to go on a boat. Oh yeah, that's a good point, Bunny. Go. We can't both go on the same dangerous excursion because
Exactly.
Somebody's
It's like you
gotta be
can't have the president and the vice president.
Yep. And you
But
and
what of our streaming empire?
I think Bunnyco is more referring to our son.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What about our kid, too? I guess he's kind of important.
That's what I said. The streaming empire, for he will soon be the source of all of our content.
Yeah.
RC's bucket list items are a lot less dangerous. One of them is seeing a TSA agent inspect a lobster. The sign says a live lobster must be kept in a transparent, leak-proof container so that it may be inspected by the TSA agent.
I mean, you're
Ergo,
really good.
it comes up.
Yeah, it is not unheard of, I guess.
Sir, you can't bring that lobster on this plane. Oh, really? Then why would you put this on your sign? Look at this container. It is transparent, is it not? Shall I shake it to see if it leaks? For it does not.
Live lobsters.
Bunnyco does not have kids and does not want any. And they figure that if one of us wants to do something dangerous, the other should stay behind. Or redundancy.
Just in case. Just in caseies. Like they say, just in caseies.
But also, then, I always think, well, why am I doing these things that require a just in caseies?
You're thinking too much, mister.
It is a accusation that has been levied at me more than once. Sounds like RC needs to take a trip to Maine just for funsies.
Yep. It seems like probably the airport that runs into that the most.
Yeah. There's my emotional support lobster. Take him with me everywhere I go. Name's Mr. Claus. When I get anxious, I take him out and I let him pinch me just a little bit.
It's like when you think you're dreaming, you're like, somebody pinch me. That's what you got your emotional support lobster for.
Variant.
Huh?
In order to live life. We do it to live life. And yet
Do
that
it
is
to live life.
the exact same reason I do not do it.
Ah, interesting. It is both the reason to and not to do the thing.
Tell you what, I get up on a plane, start getting nervous. Like to take out my lobster, let him pinch me on a toe.
Oh, thank you,
Oh,
Kenny.
so
The
good.
medicine is water. And yeah, everybody drink along if you're playing the at-home version of
Drink
SharpBalloons.
life to the dregs.
If your glass of water has dregs, it's probably limescale.
I'm sure there's a lot of like little town stuff that you could visit in. I'm sure there's stuff in Vermont. Is anyone here from Vermont or has been
Yeah.
to Vermont?
Found
Can't
good,
get
may I
that
betray
off
that.
from y'all. What's wrong?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Sister-in-law's from Vermont. Nice lady. Good family. Out of the corner of my eye, I looked at it and it reminded me of the Leaning Tower of Pisa.
Good old Leaning Tower of Cheese. That was a great balloon. It's a fantastic balloon.
See you, Flavor. Hey, Kenny Madison.
Flavor, bye.
you, sir?
We love you.
Good day.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1 and 2.
Have you truly lived? If all of your daily conveyances have brakes?
Yeah. Yes, I think
This is
so.
like a no true Scotsman kind of scenario, where it's like, have you truly lived? It's I mean, I think so.
I thought I had, but
I'm fairly certain. but
I don't know.
Explain to me the alternative, I
By
guess.
whose definition? But again, I believe that it is exhilarating and affirming, life affirming for those who seek the thrills.
Richie's bucket list is pretty safe. Visit Wyoming for the dinosaurs and the UP steam locomotives, and then California to see family.
Okay. That's a pretty manageable list. Although you might want to wait until the next administration.
And-
I don't know.
What I would say is that you can absolutely get all of that done in Wyoming pretty fast, and that you've done pretty much everything there is to do in Wyoming then. California, there's a little more stuff.
But there's also family, so they can take you along.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
And there'll be fun places for your family.
I love visiting places where I know someone, I know a local. That's the best.
Yeah.
The best kind of travel.
Because they can be like, well, let's go do that touristy thing that, I'd never go do unless there's somebody in town. Or they can be like, look, you don't want to do that touristy thing. That's not fun. What you want to do is you want to go to this unknown thing that is
Super secret
legit.
thing.
The real.
Locals only.
My cousin was in town for a few days, and we tried to do a mix of both of those with her.
Yeah. I think that's the way to do it.
We took her to Amoeba Records, and we took her to Midnight Hour Records.
Two very different.
She was here with her boyfriend, who's very, very excited for the prospect of record and CD stores.
Sure.
Not that she wasn't, but that's
Know
very
your
much
travel
where he was going.
partners.
Exactly.
Okay. How do we do? This is interesting. I was like, yeah. The hang glider will be the easy part.
The flat.
I know.
thin part?
What was I thinking? I don't think very much when it comes to balloons.
Oh, Variant and Richie comparing their love of Bob's Big Boys.
Ah.
Should you visit the Los Angeles area, we have, of course, the David Lynch Bob's Big Boy.
Oh, we're talking about trains, big boy.
Oh.
Trains. Yeah.
Oh.
Choo choo.
See, we were
Remember
talking
that
about like
part.
traveling to California and stuff, and so I assumed You're coming to see like a local California chain.
I think that scrap of balloon blacked out my camera for a second.
Variant is dating a woman who's very into urban transit.
Variant, I forgot to tell you. Remember how I had a how there was the Japanese exchange student that stayed with my family when I was, what did we decide, 6 years old? Seven turning 8 maybe.
Yeah.
And that would have made my sister like 3 turning 4. And she came out to visit us this just recently, a month ago or so. She brought her husband, who obviously I had never met before. He spoke very little English, but we managed to speak a little. He works for Tokyo Transit, and I was like, nothing more Variant would be so excited. But also, unfortunately, the conversation, we couldn't really like delve deep into the questions about, ooh, what's it like? But it was very cool. I was like, ooh, I know somebody who'd be very interested in this.
The Glasgow Metro in me salutes the Union Pacific big boy in you. Belly song. It sounds like an old Etheridge Knight poem.
It does.
And so the Glasgow Metro in me salutes the Union Pacific big boy in you.
We have a really cool museum here in Los Angeles in Griffith Park called Travel Town.
Travel Town.
Travel Town. And it's great. It's free to go. And it's just basically all of the old trains.
Just old trains.
They're just like, where do we put these trains, though? Because, like, we're not using these ones as much anymore. And they're like, well, why don't we just park them here in Griffith Park? And,
let kids climb on them and stuff.
Yeah, let kids, yeah.
And then kids climbed on them a bunch, and they're like,
we shouldn't have the kids climbing on them.
We gotta let kids stop climbing on these ones. We'll just have them here for kids to look at. Ask their parents if they can climb on it. Make their parents say, no, I think we just have to look at these ones. Then the kid starts crying, and then the parent has to be like, I think there's one over here you can go on. I think there's one over here you can go on. It's a good plan. They have it worked out.
The only people who don't like the big boy are people who need happiness in their lives. Wow. Look, I'm a fan of mass transit. Publicly available and funded transit for the people to move around.
You know, we need to take the little fella on more of a, like more buses around here.
Yeah, well, maybe during the summer, because that's we are how do you say, very poor, so we don't do a lot of like extravagant summer vacation trips. But I think that's the perfect time to do like a explore your city kind of thing and learn about public transit and all that.
Speaking of exploring your city and learning about things, I will be doing a stream this evening.
Oh, will you?
Well, I hope that's not coming as a surprise. I will. My plan, I have 2 possibilities here. I've been meaning to go to a place in Los Angeles called Vidiots, which is a
Last
DVD, VHS, physical media rental place, and also screening house, nonprofit organization. An interesting place that I can show off and talk about. Or we have a lot of balloons that need popping, and so I could just do a balloon popping stream. I suppose I can put that to the people here. If any of you are likely to be around this evening and are interested in hanging
Mr.
out,
Sharp stream interests you.
would you rather go to Vidiots in Eagle Rock or pop a bunch of balloons? Both are good. And there's no mutual exclusivity here. Like for this one night, there is.
Right. But like we can do both eventually.
If I don't go to Vidiots tonight, these balloons will still need to be popped. If I pop these balloons tonight, Vidiots will still continue to exist. They're in
True.
Eagle Rock.
What interests you tonight?
Is there one or the other that's better for you, love?
No, I don't think there's one that's.
I'll just bring all the balloons.
There you go.
Load them up in the back
Just
and
pop the balloons at Vidiots. They'll be like, "Excuse me, sir."
buy a ticket. Tonight they're screening Malcolm X in the big screening room and like 16 millimeter shorts of like crazy found videos in their what do they call it? The
Micro cinema.
movie micro cinema. Let me see if I can find that description.
But you wouldn't be taking people to the screening, like you wouldn't be able to show them.
No, I would not be able to show.
So
off
don't base your. If you're interested in seeing that,
You know, I'll show it to you from the outside and everything. They would probably not be fans of me just bootleg live streaming their videos.
look, they rent bootlegs. They don't want to create them.
But the description of these 16 millimeter Bizarro lands, they say. We've been screening some strange and obscure 16 millimeter rarities over the last few years. But now it's time to get even weirder.
What?
With some of the most bizarro shorts ever committed to celluloid. With weird films from the 1930s and 30s through the 80s, we've scraped the bottom of the barrel for the most insane smattering of mimes, dancing CPU units, talking animals, kitty anger management musicals, and monkey bands.
Hey.
Plus, we've got a ripoff of The Sting to teach you to put together your Sears pool table, wacko cartoons, Jane Mansfield and Mickey Rooney in one of awards show's most scandalous mid-century moments, and even more celluloid insanity. Don't miss the 16 millimeter train to Bizarro Land.
It's a train, you say? Variants in.
Part of me wants to just go watch that for myself and then stream it
Right.
and show it off. I feel like if I do that, though, it'll be pretty much closing when I'm out of there. So it'll be like,
course.
hey, I just saw some weird movies. They did this and this and this. Here's some videos. Bye.
Yeah, Well, you are allowed to just do a thing in the world, Mr. Sharp.
I mean, like, not content. I don't understand.
Oh, please. We're like the least content people.
Malcontents, if you will.
Yes, we are bad at content. Malcontents. That's us. All right. Here is. Now I've got to do a little more the eye work on the
If you will.
let's see, where is it? There we go. We got to do a little eye patch on our Orca. Check it, check, check. There we go. Okay, let's see. It's kind of near the front. Gorgeous. We'll do the other side here. Let's see, this side kind of has like a Gotta wake up my pen. Wake up,
All right.
pen. It's time.
All right. All right.
It's time. Showtime, Synergy. Do 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 do. Okay, I like this. Ah! Yes! Orca
Today,
whale in the sky.
we are
I can fly
free.
twice as high. Hang gliding orca.
It's got a little bit of a like end of Thelma and Louise kind of feel to it.
dark. This is
Only
very.
if you know that movie.
I
I'm just saying there aren't any
only
kids.
if you know the thing I'm referencing.
Yeah. Like if you're just like a kid out there in the world, like, oh, that's probably a fun movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what movie sounds fun to kids? Thelma and Louise. Those are names that really grab children. Woo! Okay. I think this is our good side. Friends. Woo! Yes. Free Willy, eat your heart out. This is how the pros do it. Freedom!
This is the first day of my life.
Updraft. I love it. Oh yeah, that was look. There were many false starts on this sculpture due to me not knowing what the heck I was doing. I'll take full responsibility for that. But I cannot complain with the end results. It's gorgeous, and I believe this is a balloon that has never been made before. So thank you for your assistance in brainstorming this idea. Yoli, how you doing? Good to see you. It's very 90s vibes, absolutely.
Oh man, you want to talk 90s vibes? Drop off the son at school today,
Yeah.
and I was sitting there talking to one of the other dads, and I see this kid rollerblade by
Yeah.
wearing like
Get it, rollerblade kid.
just pure 90s gear. It was like I was watching an ad on Nickelodeon in 1994. He had like a mullet and like a 90s mullet.
Yeah, mullet's big now.
I get it. Like it's all big now, but it was like I looked at the other dad who's like,
You're like,
same age.
am I having a stroke here, or is that kid really dressed like the 90s?
Is that your childhood too?
Thank you so much. I am certain. I'm glad you like it. Nathan, thank you. Richie, Sassy Girly, thank you. I am certain. Thank you so much. A whale in the pot of flowers, but suddenly the flowers became a hang glider, so the whale survived.
Oh.
Look at that. Poof.
Transmogrification.
Ta-da! Heck
Ta-da.
yeah! Oh, I know. Yeah, exactly. 90s kids. Look, obviously the first round of 90s kids turned out great.
Yeah.
Your results may vary. It depends on what podcast they listen to.
I got a lot of thoughts.
It's fine.
thoughts
What
that
we're
I don't
saying
need to
is these 90s kids will do much better. Oh my goodness, rapturous applause. Thank you. K-pop fan mom, you're the greatest. Thank you so much, you guys. Did I miss anybody else? Scroll up. Zookeeper Susie, thank you. Everybody scream. Wow, what a cool balloon. Kenny Medicine, yes. Freedom. Liz in the OC, thank you for the applause. This is awesome. I really. Hey, Ed nightlight snuck in. I didn't even see you there, Ed.
Simply the
How you
best.
doing? Simply the best. Better than... No one else does this. It's fine. Yeah! You weren't really aware balloon art was a thing before you stumbled on our channel. Do I pronounce it Yoli or Yali? Either way, friend, I'm so happy to meet you. My name is Shayna Sharp, and I am a professional balloon artist. I can make anything out of balloons. We've made over 1,000 balloons on Twitch. Yesterday, we made... these were short little 10-minute balloons. We made Perry the Platypus. We made Judy Hops from Zootopia. And we made Bowser from, some kind of video game or something. But we've also made some pretty bonkers, elaborate balloons over the years. And then earlier, maybe about, would you say like 3 weeks ago?
Yeah, maybe.
We made a Chinese crested. You know the breed of dog, the Chinese crested? It looked great when it was new. This is what it looks like now, which is pretty on brand for a super old Chinese crested. Balloon art. It's gorgeous. And it doesn't last forever. Hey, balloons, they're just like us. They're colorful, they're full of air, and they're temporary.
Freckles, you are.
Friends.
Hey, Freckles is pretty close.
Sweet, sweet Freckles.
Oh, Freckles, how we have loved thee.
Thank you, Bunnyco, Dragon Cub, thank you, Zookeeper Susie, awesome, thank you. I do it for the praise, Lock-hearted, thank you, I'm glad you like it. At least that's how I'm interpreting that series of
She's a
emotes.
purist. She just does it for the praise and the money.
It's true, it's true. What was that video game? Oh, I don't know, something, it was a flash in the pan. It was something old from the 80s.
Hey, Nathan. Yeah, you got some balloons there, friends.
Amazing! Thank you so much for hanging out with us. I am going to kind of wrap it up here. I'm going to try and do a little more editing on the video that we made for the Chihuahua and the French Bulldog. Hopefully we'll get that posted to YouTube early next week. I'm loving this. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Thank you for helping us brainstorm this. This was your fault, chat. You helped come up with these fantastic idea. This is...
Probably a methodology we'll try again a few times.
I think so. We'll get more used to it. this was the first time, and nobody was prepared. So I think everyone did fantastic. Great suggestions. And again, just what I love about this sculpture is it's like the sturdiness of it. The fact that I don't know. There's some sculptures. Like you can see the story, you can see the movement, and that's what I love about this.
You know what I love about it?
What?
This is one of the only hang gliders that I think actually has a plan for how to end this. Because I'm presuming Orca's leaping from
The plan is gravity.
Well, but into the ocean.
Ah!
Kersploosh into the ocean.
There you go. Yeah, if you land in the ocean, you're golden.
And then off to rejoin the pod.
Yes.
You leap from the ridge,
Rejoin my
overlooking
pod,
the sea.
people.
That your sea amusement park. Seamusement is the name of the
Seamusement, yes.
It's the name of the most famous Seamusement park.
Yes,
And you escape. You get into your hang glider.
Because we don't want to see these beautiful creatures in captivity. Some creatures, they live extra long lives in captivity. Some creatures do not do well, particularly the extra large ones that are used to having a whole ocean to swim around in.
Exactly. You got a tiny little tub. No wonder they all turn out super neurotic.
Yeah. Yes, I do not blame them.
But then
I go stir crazy.
You don't need brakes when you just dive into the ocean.
Dive into the ocean. Sploosh. Sploosh. Nobody told you needed to be prepared. You should always be prepared for the thing you're unprepared for, RC. That's the best thing to prepare for. Yeah. Awesome. And again, remember, next Thursday, not tomorrow, but next week. Special appearance on 9.5 stream. That's coming up. And right around that time, subscriber gratitude stream. So are you a subscriber to this channel? If you're not, it's no worries. It's cool. I'm not calling you out. But for just a pretty, the amount of buying a latte once a month, you could support this stream And what do you get for that? Well, ad-free viewing. You don't want an
Yes.
ad break coming in just as the Orca's about to launch.
Woof.
You get all of the emotes, which is really, we love our Balloon Dog emotes, but we really love our Iggy Jam emote, the best emote of maybe all time on Twitch. And the other thing you get as a subscriber is the chance to submit a subscriber gratitude request over in our Discord server. We have a channel in Discord. And let me see if I can share this, my Discord window here. Can you see it? No, maybe over here? Let's try it on this one. Discord. Ka-cha. No. Properties. Subscriber. No, I'm not in that one. I'm not in the subscriber gratitude channel. That's why it's not looking up for me. There we go. There we go. All right, friends. These are what our subscribers have requested. Now, they will not all get made, but we will spin the wheel of subscribers. Everyone who's made a suggestion in this channel, we'll put your name on a wheel. We'll spin that wheel. We could make Draco from Dragonheart. We could make George Clinton from the Mothership era. We could make Chinese food to go, lo mein. We could make Drampa, Gozer the Traveler, Gordon Ramsay as a mermaid, Detective Bun Bun, a disco snail, Pom Pom Purin, a Tasmanian tiger, an Allosaurus, 19th century women's liberationist, overnight socialist and midwife Emma Martin, a Thomas the TIE Fighter, Melania, Blade of Mikella, a sassy girlie wants Lucy, the kitty cat, who's adorable right there. Again, Detective Bun Bun has been seconded, even thirded in the suggestions. And Georgette from Oliver and Company. So many suggestions, but also not that many if you think we're going to make 3 of these. I didn't count that. Let me see here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 3 out of 20. That's pretty great odds. So
And we could even end up doing more.
We could do more.
Sometimes
We've done
you
more in the
do-
past. We've
sometimes
done
you do
4.
speed
We've done
balloons.
yeah.
We'll, like burn through like 3 of them in the show.
So throw in your requests.
Sometimes we do an extra day or 2.
Yeah, this
just
is your
to
chance to put in a
do some
request for something that you don't think you could maybe convince the entire chat to vote for
Right.
in one of our polls, but you want it in your hearts of hearts. We could make it happen. We could make it happen. Richie, I believe that was Flava Fade. She always has the funniest
And
request.
Liz is volunteering. If you do not have Discord, you can message Liz in the OC, and she'll put it in for you.
All you
do
have to
still
be
have to have a subscription.
Yeah, all you have to be is a subscriber to this channel. That can be gifted to you. You don't have to have bought it direct. It can be your Prime sub
Sure.
if you've got an Amazon Prime account. Or maybe you're someone who's been supporting us for over 4 years, in which case, bless you, you patron of the arts. We're very, very grateful to everyone. And I know who's grateful to you. This orca whale.
Follow me to freedom.
Oh my
I'll
gosh.
come back for you.
I do love this. I do love this.
He's not coming
Maybe we should
back.
do it. Maybe we should do a clip real quick. Okay.
Yeah.
Today on Sharp Balloons, we brainstormed a balloon that has never been made before. An orca escaping on a hang glider. Freedom! Ba, 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 ba. Wait, how do you steer this thing? Ah! Thank you. All right. Yeah, you don't need to. Ooh, that's a good one, Liz. You don't need to be present to win. If you're like, I can't make it to every stream, doesn't matter. If the wheel lands on your name, we'll make your balloon. There'll be a VOD. We'll clip it for you, and we'll throw it in the Discord. You can see it later. Oh my goodness, a follow, Quinn's mighty. Thank you so much for the mighty follow, Quinn. We're happy for that. Yeah. Thanks for hanging out, friends. We are going to wrap it up now. We've got a kindergartner to pick up from school. But thank you so much for hanging out with us. Mr. Sharp, thank you for bringing me coffee and salad and being my wonderful partner.
What you got, babe?
I love you.
I love you. I'll never hang glide to freedom away from you.
What? An actually free will? Yes, exactly. Exactly. Run, William, run. All right, Mr. Sharp, where are we going to raid this amazing group of human beings who just like to chill and hang with balloon art, which I think is admirable.
Let's do Liadriel, I believe is how.
How do I spell it?
Lyadrielle.
Liadriel. What is Liadriel doing?
She's doing kind of a digital portrait. She seems to be working mostly in like fantasy genre, zeitgeist.
Art. Let's go watch an artist make their art. I love that about this platform. I know Twitch didn't start as a lurk on artists and watch their process and hear what their internal monologue is while they're doing it, but that is unique in this world. And although we are a small fraction of what makes up Twitch, I'm glad that you found us, and I'm glad that we can introduce you to someone else. Is she Galadriel's sister? Perhaps. Liadriel, Galadriel. Let's see. I'm going to do the raid message here and also the sub raid. If you are a subscriber, please copy the Sharp is here to pump you up message with our emotes. If you are not a subscriber, go ahead and copy the one with the regular balloon emotes. Everybody loves balloons. So much that it's a standard emote. It's like not, you know what I mean? It's not a thing we need to do. Did I not put in? Oh no, Liadriel does not have raids enabled at this time.
Oh.
Apparently, they're uninterested in our eyeballs. That's fine. We'll find
Very
another
well.
streamer.
Let's see.
So, but still copy and paste those messages. Because man, I gotta tell you, as a streamer, when you get a raid, it is a nice little like sparkling of neurotransmitters on the brain when you see like the same message pop up with the emotes. It's really nice. It's like saying hi when you enter a room. You don't have to do it because you're entering silently and invisibly, but it is a kind thing to do. So if you don't mind.
If you like kind things to do, then let's go to that nice lady over there.
That nice lady over there?
Yeah.
Let's
that
go
nice lady
visit.
over
That is it all one word?
there. Yep. Or the nice lady over there. Sorry.
Whoa, okay, the nice lady over there. What's the nice lady over there doing?
A Clue painting.
Clue, like the board game or the movie?
The movie.
Which is based on... Oh!
The movie based on the board game.
Clue, the movie based on the board game. The painting based on the movie based on the board
This
game?
is the painting based on the movie, based on the board game, based on the murder.
What?
Yes.
I'm so excited. Oh, fun. Okay, yeah. We've done a few Clue inspired balloons. We did Miss White for sure with the flames on the side of my face.
There is a bit of décolletage
In
visible
the painting.
So
I
for-
think I'm familiar with. Is it the French maid leaning over Miss Scarlet?
perhaps, yeah.
I think so. I saw her working on that earlier. Friends, this is a stream that is intended for mature audiences that we are raiding into, whereas we try and keep ourselves immature friendly. You know. So if you don't want to see that, if that's not your vibe, you don't need to join us on the raid, but I sure hope you will.
You're too delicate for décolletage.
It's true. If that would offend your fine sensibilities, then please, I wish you the best for the remainder of your time zone. Mr. Sharp will be streaming tonight. Who knows what? We'll find out on the fly as we do. And again, we will see you. I guess our next stream would be Thursday night. So come hang out with us, friends. I love you so much.